fuck, TJ fuck, TJ fuck, banana. TJ fuck, TJ fuck, TJ fuck, banana. TJ fuck, TJ fuck, TJ fuck, banana. TJ fuck, TJ fuck, TJ fuck, banana.
TJ fucked a banana. 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 Do it again.
Warning. The Drunken Peasants podcast is full of comedic exaggerations, independent thought, insensitivity, and other offensive content. We strongly urge all viewers and listeners to keep their brains in their skulls throughout the entire duration of this podcast. Failure to do so will result in immediate death. If you wish to support this podcast, there are several ways to do so. First, you can sign up for a free audiobook trial at audibletrial.com/drunkenpeasants. Audible is the foremost seller of audiobooks today with hundreds of thousands of titles to satisfy all manner of tastes. Second, if you shop on Amazon.com, please use the Amazon affiliate links in the description section of this video. Every purchase you make helps to support this podcast's existence. Third, please peruse our merchandise and see if any of it strikes your fancy. We sell a lot of t-shirts, so we must be doing something right. One more thing before I go. To make an official submission to the Drunken Peasants, whether it be a video for one of our segments, or fan art, or a picture of you wearing one of our shirts, or anything you think we might want to use on the show, that stuff needs to be sent to the Drunken Peasants Facebook inbox. Please do not send correspondence, as this will be deleted unread. With all that shit out of the way, it's time to begin the show.
Coming to you live from the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Hey man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck are you talking about, atheist?
It's okay.
You're nothing, TJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be liked.
You're garbage.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Welcome to the Drunken Peasants podcast, episode 320. We're gonna make it an honorary 420.
Yeah. Woo! Bitches.
Yeah.
Because 320 plus 100 is 420.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah.
That's right. Smoke weed every day.
You're
You
good
know
at
it,
maths.
bro. I know the maths.
You know the maths.
Dude, fuck that. This is not 320. This is 420.
They're
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
420.
We're coming to you from the future. This
Shut
is
up,
episode
Porkins,
420 today.
bitch.
You've already said too much. You've already said too much.
Paulkins.
You're
dude.
revealing too much.
Paul let me know today that he hates the fact that Star Wars has a fat jab in it, dude.
Yeah, like it's so sad that my favorite, like one of my favorite franchises of all time, like took their time to fuck on fat people for no
Whatever. You're a fucking fat SJW.
He's a fat apologist,
Yep.
dude.
You're an
Healthy at,
SJW.
I'm,
a
no,
fat,
dude, I'm healthy
apologist.
at any size. I'm healthy at any size, dude.
Yeah, whatever.
Healthy at any size.
Why don't you do a photo shoot wearing a Speedo laying on a beach somewhere
Fuck
and be
that.
like, I'm beautiful.
Let's do a fucking cholesterol check.
beautiful.
Let's check that cholesterol,
Dude, my
Paul.
cholesterol
Yeah.
is beautiful.
Cholesterol, dude.
Cholesterol.
I've got the best cholesterol.
Paulesterol, dude.
Yeah, there you go.
Cholesterol.
Cholesterol. Quit being blurry, Scotty. No one likes
I'm
that.
blurry, dude.
No one likes that bullshit.
That's just how Scotty looks.
Yeah, he's just blurry.
Yep.
Like naturally.
You
He's
can't.
naturally
It's like
blurry.
staring into the sun. You can't look too closely.
So most people agreed last episode. It wasn't an official episode, but greatest episode ever.
Best episode.
Best episode.
I had the best words.
I mean, we're thinking about making that a permanent segment, and me and Scotty talked it over. We unanimously decided in the meeting that both Paul and TJ happened to miss
Yes.
That is now
We're fired.
Well, you're not fired, but cutting the fat is now a permanent segment.
Well,
on
I mean,
the
if it was the best show, you should probably just cut the fat completely.
nope.
No?
Nope. It'll be
Okay.
better.
All right.
Let us go.
It's going to be a segment.
Paul,
You
people
guys-
are begging us. They're begging us to
Ben
make a
and Scotty
Vimeo
show, and that's it. And then
We may
can just
do
go
a
home.
fucking over 2 hour, maybe 2.5 hour cutting the fat, where you just cut the fat and we just look and
It's only
examine.
like an hour.
I know, that's why I said people want longer. Me and Ben are talking about doing a Vimeo thing.
They said that the reason the audience brought this up, but I agree. They're very astute.
Yeah, they're.
They said that the reason why our show was actually shorter is because you guys weigh so much that you literally slow down time and make the show twice as long.
Valid point.
Makes sense.
I can see that.
I thought you were going to say that we spend so much time bloviating and digressing that it just artificially extends the show.
Nope. There's
but
actually
it's actually our fat slows the flow of space time.
Yes.
Yeah, your mass
There's a
is so great.
scientific explanation.
Dude, the
for
mass,
it.
you guys are so great. You're bending space and time.
Wow. I didn't know.
Yes.
It makes sense to me.
Now I don't want to lose weight. I didn't realize I was such a force.
I've read a little Hawking and shit, and I know.
In the
That's
multiverse,
how it
which me
works.
and Ben are just doing the show is like, an hour to 45 minutes. Because
Wow.
we can just do it, boom, boom, boom. We get it done.
That's crazy.
That's great, though. Brevity is the soul of wit, so sounds like a good idea. Now, we were supposed to have Shoe on Head on this episode.
Shoe Ornhead.
Shoe on Head.
We're going to call.
Oh, shit. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Misa trying to reach TJ?
Who's calling?
Oh, Misa very glad me reach you. TJ, Misa need to talk to you about something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, TJ, the first time TJ saw the Phantom Menace, he cried from joy. But
he
now
liked it.
since
He did, I was there.
Now since it's cool to hate the Phantom Menace, TJ has forgot all about Jar Binks.
Oh, really?
But Misa gonna remind him, TJ. Misa gonna pound that big flabby sallow ass. Oh, Misa been saving up a load for so long.
Gonna go boom, boom, TJ?
Yeah, I see what's happening here. So this is like, you guys had fun with the Gurgi thing, so now you're bringing Jar Jar
No,
Binks.
dude, this is Jar Jar. This is just Jar Jar
What do you mean, you
calling.
guys?
You guys bringing Jar Jar Binks into it.
To the space station.
Oh, yeah, Misa gonna move into the space station.
All right. Okay.
Well, Jar Jar, tell him why. Remember what happened, Jar Jar? Because I've talked to Jar Jar. So Jar Jar, what ended up happening? Why do you have to live in the space station? It's a sad story, guys.
Well, TJ, when he first see the Phantom Menace, he buy a Jar Jar doll. He sleep with the Jar Jar doll every night, man. Then, sorry, me not on screen, so me just speaking like me normally do. Then, TJ,
So am I listening to Bob Marley or am I listening to Jar Jar Binks?
shut up,
Jar
TJ.
I'm a little
Jar
confused.
Jar, shut up, TJ.
Oh, okay.
He
Sorry.
tossed the TJ doll in the trash.
What?
I've been living in the trash all these years, 20 plus years. Jar Jar been in the trash, man.
That's where you belong.
All right, Jar Jar, I think we have to move on with the show here.
Fuck you.
All right, goodbye, Jar Jar.
You suck, Jar Jar.
Goodbye.
Yeah, Jar Jar
away.
sounds a lot like Gurgi.
Well, he kind of does, actually.
Yeah, if you listen to Jar Jar in the movies, yeah.
Jar Jar's garbage.
So Jar Jar is coming to the station, TJ.
He's joining the space station, TJ.
All right, yeah.
He's
Sounds
coming
great.
to live with you, TJ.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, he's coming, dude.
Just every annoying character will be there with
Yeah,
me.
well, we're
Gotcha.
building a space station in the game Star Trek Online. Me and about 50 fans. It's probably like 100 by now.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have them make every character that is gonna live on the space station, and then I'm gonna give you a
Jar
virtual
Jar Marley.
during. Yeah. During one of the shows, we're going to give you a virtual tour of the space
Yeah.
station.
Yeah.
So from now on, when you're laying there fantasizing about it,
Yeah, my space station, right?
yeah, you'll be thinking
Yeah, well,
about it.
Ben,
I think
let's
about
do a
that,
tour
yeah.
video. Yeah, that sounds good. When
Yep.
you guys are done, let's do a
Yep.
whole tour and walk through
Yeah,
it.
you guys. Be a shame if some other faction rose up and destroyed that space station before.
Ah,
it was
not
built,
gonna happen.
You know?
All right, bring it on, TJ.
Plus, Ben and I are working on an original composition about you living on your space station,
Yep,
TJ.
that is true. That is actually true.
I look forward to
We
it.
already have the chords and everything.
I see. That's great. You
Yep.
guys are wonderful.
So we're gonna bring our guest Josephine.
This is not Shoe on Head.
Yeah, we got in touch with her really quick yesterday when we found out that she wasn't going to to be on the show.
Shu canceled.
She canceled. She had reasons. She didn't want to be on.
I think it had to do with drugs.
No, it didn't.
Drugs.
Lots and lots of drugs. I think it was like some Scarface party was going on.
She was
a lot of cocaine.
You know, she was all coked out when she came to us. Like, I can't come on the show, guys. I just can't right now.
You gotta accept that, man.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Hi.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
It seems like she can't hear us.
Doesn't look like she can hear us, dude.
Yeah. Can you hear us? Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Awesome.
Cool.
How's it going?
It's going.
Going well.
It's going
We're
all
smoking
right.
a can of cigars, so
Yeah.
pretty fantastic.
Sounds exciting.
It is very exciting. It's very sexual.
So tell us about your channel. Like, what do you do? Where are you at? Give us the introduction.
I make twerking YouTube videos.
Sweet.
I make anti-PC YouTube videos. It's mainly focused on race right now, and I kind of just found it interesting that I didn't find or see any Black women on YouTube talking about race against the whole PC culture. So I was like, why don't I give it a try? And it's doing amazing so far.
Did you hear it, Scotty? Did you hear it?
What'd you hear?
Where do you live?
I heard a little too much boot
Yeah,
in there.
I think so.
Yeah,
What's going on here? What's going on with this show?
You guys are like rabid dogs for this Canada shit.
Whoa, I did not know we were going to be talking to someone that lived in Canada. Whoa, guys, I was not warned about this. Is my contract that I'm not to come in contact with Canadians.
I can't hear you guys.
Uh-oh.
That's probably for the best.
I wonder why
That's
she
for
can't
the best,
hear us.
guys. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck is
We're
going on?
moving the meter.
Yeah, I don't know.
You guys hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
You might have just cut out on your end a little bit. Skype sucks. So
Skype is a piece of shit.
When Skype learned the country of origin, it's like.
So anyway, we put a link to your channel in the description. Everyone can check it out.
I've seen some of her videos. They're really good.
The mixed baby video.
I have not seen that one.
What was the premise on that one?
It's because of Francesca Ramsey. We're really good friends, and she made a video about not making fun of people, but saying wanting mixed babies makes you racist because you hate Blackness and you want the white side of it. And when I saw that video, I was like, oh my gosh. And my boyfriend is white, so I kind of found it interesting. It was kind of like more personal to me.
Wow. Race traitor. Wow. It's horrible.
Quit betraying your race.
It's my second name. Coon is my second name, sorry.
Don't you know you have loyalty to the melanin content in your skin? Don't you realize
So-
that? Come on.
Yeah. Tommy Sotomayor got a Coon Train Award. Did you see that?
Were you the second
No,
runner-up?
I'm the second runner-up, yes, definitely.
Damn. Well, I think you deserved it over him because he sucks.
He's terrible.
Yeah, he sucks.
He sucks.
So what do
So
we do?
We're gonna watch some videos.
Yep, the same thing we do every
Yeah,
episode.
same thing we do.
The same
Try to
thing we
take
do
over the
every
world.
night, Pinky.
Keep milking it till it dries up, and then milk it some more.
Yay!
That's the best intro ever.
Well, they can't
Best
see it.
action.
They can't see the intro because she's still up.
Oh yeah.
Ah, they didn't see shit. Fuck them.
She blocked it.
It's okay.
Why are you blocking our intro? The hell's wrong with you?
I'm not
Hashtag
blocking
blame Ben. Blame Ben.
I can't
It's
see
because
it.
I'm
It's too
black.
far away.
It's because I'm black. I
Yeah.
get it. Guys.
Oh
I get
shit.
it.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
I said it.
We
I
didn't.
went
We
there.
didn't say that.
I mean,
we
you-
didn't say
you-
that,
you do-
ladies and gentlemen.
You do know that all of us are horrible, horrible racists, right?
Yes.
Well, obviously-
You needed me on the show to prove you're not racist.
Yes,
I get
exactly.
it. I get it.
You're
It's
the
okay.
one that you're the one that we can point at and go, see, we
See?
had that girl on our show. She's
I have a black friend.
Yeah.
Woo.
Token black chick.
I was nice to a black person. Check it out, guys. Look, I got video evidence of it.
Yep.
We'll pull this up. People, some black guys will put, you guys racist? No, look. Oh, you guys good. Never mind.
Well, I got my official black card from Tim Black sometime ago.
Oh, shit, dude.
That's true. We all got
live
black
on the
cards.
show. So
We all got black cards. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Mine
we
was
did.
taken away a long time
An honor
ago.
and a privilege.
yours got taken away? I'm
Yes.
sorry.
It's long gone.
Well, you can have mine because I'm not really using it.
I use mine all the time, so I got to hold on to that.
Yeah,
Can we
Paul.
switch? Can I
I'm
have your
still-
privilege?
Yeah, all right.
Sure.
Nice trade-off.
All right, I guess I'll keep the black card, and you can have. I don't want. You can't have all my white privilege, but
You
you
get
can
some of it.
Take
Come
my
on.
privilege.
Look,
All right, look, we'll each give you 25% of our privilege, and that makes one
Yeah.
full white privilege.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
in return, we get 25% each of your rhythm, and and that'll be it.
I would love to see you dance, TJ.
Oh, shake that ass, TJ.
TJ has a twerking
TJ
video.
has a twerking video.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
He does.
And he's wearing women's underwear in it.
God. Oh,
I'm not too good at twerking.
Ben.
But
You know I film all TJ's videos, right? That's the only time I've ever drawn a line in the sand and like, nope.
I'm going
I-
upstairs.
yeah, I'm
you got to
going-
do this one on your
I
own.
will angle the camera for you. I will hit the button and I will leave.
God, man. I love a bit. I love asses shaking, man. That's the best thing in the world. I want to see TJ's big ass shaking, dude.
Dude, for a while, I actually thought TJ liked Mastodon because he would play that song. I'm like, oh, he likes it. And he's like, no, I just like the asses and I don't really care about the music.
Yeah.
It's a song, what's it, the Mother Load?
Yeah, the mother-
Astodon,
yeah, that's
dude.
fair enough, dude.
Astodon.
Astodon, yeah.
That's all it really is to me.
Well, whatever. I guess you said that you've derived something out of their music.
Ben, do you have any news stories about big asses shaking?
No, sadly, that didn't make the news today.
That's
Gay.
What a shame.
maybe
it.
Friday.
That's why no one watches the fucking news, man.
Let's make the news interesting. Let's make the news great again. Let's have a giant shaking asses in the DP
Make the
news.
news great. You know what? Instead of getting, you know what? No, we'll do a few news stories, but I do want to get into today's segment of Cutting the Fat.
Oh.
Because
Today's segment of Cutting the Fat?
yeah,
Cutting the fat.
It's a new
I didn't know it was a segment. Do we have to
cut it.
leave for it? Or what are
no,
we
no,
doing?
no, no, no. We
Wait,
want you.
what do I do? Am I part of the?
Yes, yes.
You're going to help cut the fat.
Yeah, you need to help cut the fat.
Okay.
All
Just
right.
so you know, so you're in on it, the fat is TJ and I.
Yeah, we're the fat.
Hey, I didn't. We didn't say
I know.
it.
Okay.
I didn't say shit. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. But here's a clip. Here's Sean Hannity. He's talking about how we need to let Trump fix Obama's mess.
Cool.
So ahead of Friday's inauguration, many on the left are trying to undermine the incoming administration. According to USA Today, little snowflake liberals are preparing to protest in all 50 states throughout the weekend.
Okay, Sean Hannity's not allowed to call anyone a whiner.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's number one. Like,
I think-
Sean, you've whined for the last 8 years about Obama.
Wine.
I think the people he's talking about are being pretty whiny, but yeah, he's been whining forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I hate about this shit is that after they've spent the last 8 years in bitch mode, now that they've got the big swinging dick in office, now it's like, why you guys bitching? It's
Yeah.
like, you guys just do
I
the
ain't
same
bitching.
things as one another. Yeah, we don't give a shit. Obama was president, okay. Trump's president, okay. Who gives a shit? It's not going to
It's
make
a
that much of a
taste of their
fucking
own
difference in
medicine.
your life.
Yeah, it is.
And the New York Post is reporting that on Thursday, out of touch Hollywood elites, Michael Moore, Alec Baldwin, Mark Ruffalo,
Elites.
they will join New York City Mayor Comrade de
As
Blasio.
if this
God,
fucker
this
is not
out-
an elite.
Dude, the out of touch shit. I like the fucking goddamn Fox News people love that one. The out of touch. They're out of touch.
Oh,
All right,
dude.
I'm going to look up
This
Sean
guy
Hannity's
is
fucking net
worth tons of money.
Yeah, somebody needs to tell Sean that before he starts pointing out the elites that he's wearing a peppermint pink tie. You're not wearing a polo shirt or a fucking button up with your sleeves rolled up yourself. With your $10,000 suit and your fucking $80 haircut.
Anyone?
Out of touch
All
liberals.
right. Everyone take a guess at this motherfucker's net worth.
$150 million.
150 million. Paul,
I'm gonna go 200 million.
200 million.
I was going to do 200. 250? Sorry.
250. Ben,
Let's see, 300.
you guys just kept going higher. It's only 80 million.
Oh,
But
wow.
still quite significant.
Yeah,
though.
he's in touch with the
You know
common
what?
man.
I'm surprised.
Right here.
I'm surprised because who did we look up the other day? Like Billy Corgan, and he had like $200 million
Yeah,
or
well,
something.
because he's into a lot of different
Like
things.
50 million, I think it was.
Oh, was it? It was like a lot. It was like a surprising amount. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, Billy Corgan's got some money.
Yeah.
But Sean Hannity has $80 million.
He's the common man.
Well, he doesn't
To
have
protest
$80 million.
outside of Donald Trump's hotels right here in New York City. But
how much of that is the worth of his hair?
Get this, according to the Post,
million for
some
that hair.
other liberals, they're upset that they're doing it in New York City because they think it will overshadow all the events that they have planned in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
And Variety magazine, they're out with their inauguration issue featuring the biggest Trump haters that the left has to offer.
Michael Moore looks like shit.
He doesn't care, though. You have to respect that about Michael Moore. Yeah, he looks like a big sack of fucking swinging flesh.
He looks like an old woman.
But he knows it, though. He doesn't care. He's just like, whatever. I wear fucking Birkenstocks and
when I
nasty hats.
when I shaved my beard and I had those glasses, people were like, "You look like Michael Moore now." I'm like, "Well, I got to grow my beard back as quickly as possible."
Oh, fuck, dude.
Me and Michael Moore could have been fat lesbians together, though. We could have been a fat lesbian power couple. It'd have been great.
Sun rises on Flint, Michigan.
In my hometown.
The milkman delivers the milk. And in Somalia, the United States drops 20,000 tons of bombs on villages. It's another day in the U.S. of A.
You notice how his voice kind of sounds like a more thoughtful Homer Simpson?
It does.
When you do it like that?
It does. No, it really does. He's got a total cadence, and he uses it all the time.
All on the cover. And then you have the band Green Day. They're taking shots at the president-elect by
Band
putting out
Green Day?
this video yesterday, I remind you,
What is it?
on Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Okay.
Take a look at this.
Take a look.
Don't want to listen to their music.
That's true.
Of course, Fox can, though.
Yeah, of course. Fox gets away with it because
We're not actually allowed to see this clip because then
they're the real news, guys.
we'll get shit on by Green Day.
Fox
They'll
is the
fucking
real news.
Monetize
Hillary
our video.
Clinton's biggest liberal Hollywood supporters. Now, she is the executive producer of a PSA that invokes Japanese internment during World War II to talk about Trump's incoming administration. Pretty desperate, but watch this.
We were an American farm family now living in an internment camp, and our constitutional rights were taken.
That person does not even look human. What the fuck am I looking at?
It's Katy Perry in old makeup. This is retarded.
It looks like a Star Trek alien.
It does.
What the fuck
Yeah,
is that
this
thing?
is so fucking bizarre.
Planet Deltoid 3 has been without water for 28 centuries.
If they're going to go the internment camp route,
Enterprise.
just get George Takei. He lived in an internment camp. Get him.
There is a large
There you go,
alien
you.
entity blocking the wellspring of our planet.
She looks like she's covering her real skin. She's covering what she really looks like underneath.
This entity calls itself Q.
It all started with fear and rumors. Then it ballooned into the registration of Japanese Americans,
And then it ballooned into terrible makeup.
and then labeling with physical tags, and eventually internment.
Fucking internment. I would say wait till Trump actually fucking does something even vaguely akin to Japanese internment before you start trying to staple that shit to his ass.
I mean, it really sucks to have to like agree with Sean Hannity on something, but that was retarded.
That was retarded.
Flat out retarded.
I mean, America still, wants to have a good reputation to some degree, and if they create internment camps, I mean, seriously, that shit just wouldn't fly today. It just wouldn't. Like,
I say we do it. I say we do it.
Yeah, we do need another war.
Round up the Eskimos. Put them in fucking internment camps.
You only need like one camp.
Man, everyone's just afraid of internment camps, dude. Like, both sides, you hear like rhetoric, like Alex Jones, are like, they're gonna build the mega prison.
FEMA death camp.
FEMA death
You know
camps.
what? I'm gonna say it. It's uncomfortable given our guests, but we need to round up the darkies too. It's time.
Oh shit.
They can't stop committing crimes. So
No. She's
Canadian,
lost her.
so she's
Oh,
fine.
that's right. She's
And she
Canadian.
lost
You'll be
her
all right.
black
Don't worry about it.
Oh no, we're gonna invade Canada, dude. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
phase 2. That's phase 2. We'll worry about phase
It's
2
fun.
when phase 1 is complete,
we're gonna subjugate these motherfuckers.
It's
All
fun to
Canadians will
watch
bow to
you
us.
guys stuff.
They're gonna
You're
be.
making
They're
fun
gonna,
of us? Come on.
you guys are all gonna be second-class citizens in America, like servants to Americans. It's
Yes.
gonna happen.
Hysteria. They won't even say the president-elect's name. These are the same people, by the way, who are talking about building walls.
What are you talking about? They say Trump like it's fucking like how they sneeze now. It's Trump. It's like, you know, they say it all the time. It's their new favorite fucking word.
Dude, I guarantee you some liberal like fucking pansy has woken up with a cold and is all like, this is because of Trump. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sick because of Trump. Trump did it to me.
Such garbage.
This Trump being elected just weakens my immune system. Oh yeah, fucking Trump. If Hillary was in power, I wouldn't be sick. I'd be feeling much better.
Walls around women's body parts and erectile dysfunction and much more. Take a look at this.
So let's talk about what's going on right now, because the inauguration of a certain person is happening on...
He who must not be named.
A certain person.
Yeah, because that's going to help lower his profile. Treat him like Voldemort.
The mysterious person.
Nobody talks about Voldemort. What are you doing?
He who must not be elected.
Why is Joy Behar still in the news? Get her out of here.
Where's the gong?
She's not in the
Where's
news. She's the host of The View or whatever.
Get the cane.
Roll this old bag of bones out of
Drag
here.
that shit out of there.
Get her out.
Where's the pooper scooper?
Put her in a hole with Whoopi.
We need to brush this shit off the stage.
Get Whoopi out of here too.
Put him in the desert.
I like Whoopi, but mainly
Fuck
just 'cause
Whoopi.
Mainly just because
Man,
of
come
Star
on.
Trek.
Sister Act is funny, dude. Come on.
Wow.
Yeah.
January 20th. Who shall not be named. Right. It's
I
happening.
bet Whoopi beat your ass, Paul. Fuck you, man.
Whoopi should
I
beat
got-
Paul's ass.
yeah.
That'd be
Awesome, dude.
Just strangle Paul with her fucking dreadlocks and shit.
That
dude.
She's got
Do it.
she's got no eyebrows though, man.
That doesn't make her right, dude.
She could bite your fucking face off, Paul.
She can beat the shit out of me all she wants. She's still wrong about
Don't
99%
fucking batter my
things.
body, but you cannot break
What
my
is-
spirit. Don't
what does
fuck
Whoopi
with
look
Guinan,
like when
bitch.
she's surprised? Like
I don't know. I don't know how she shows surprise.
Yeah,
she has no eyebrows.
yeah.
to
On
raise.
January 20th, and there are millions of people who did not vote for him and who feel frightened. I run into people all the time.
So what? There's always millions
God,
of people who
they're
didn't vote for the
frightened?
person who won. Who gives a
I hate
shit?
the fright. Come on, the fright narratives already should have died off by now. The fucking we're frightened. We're frightened. It's like wait to be frightened of something. Like just being frightened over nothing that's happened yet makes no sense. Like are they just like this is like the preliminary fright? Like okay, I'm gonna be really frightened when he's actually president, but now I have to just be frightened for no reason.
Trump's inauguration speech is gonna be like, all right, round up the faggots.
When I see shows like this, I'm more frightened for the future than when I see Trump.
Yeah, isn't it weird that Barbara Walters started this show? Like Barbara Walters is a real journalist.
Bob Wawa.
Yeah, but I mean, like, she was a real journalist.
She was.
Yeah.
You know, like
say what you want about her politics.
Right.
She knew how to deliver a news story, but Joy Behar.
And that clit was the size of a dick, dude.
Oh, gross.
You know you want to suck that big Barbara Walters clit dick, don't you, Paul?
No, dude, no.
Joy, keep talking. We're scared. We don't know what to do.
Oh, isn't it sad? Isn't it really, though, time for these crybaby left-wingers? Grow up, accept
it
the
is.
fact, be a gracious loser. You lost.
You weren't a gracious loser.
Right.
Yeah, why don't you lead by fucking
Sean?
example, bitch?
I know, you waved the fucking "Don't Tread on Me" flag and talked sedition for about 6 months after Obama was elected, you dipshit. No, you can't call for calm after pretending the fucking Civil War was going to happen again.
Dude, next episode, let's find him right after Obama's elected. Let's find
Yeah.
some clips of him.
We need to go find an 8-year-old clip of him and show, hey, liberals, this is how you should be acting right here. See how calm his demeanor? Whatever.
Actually, the day after Mitt Romney lost, he was like, "We need to be more open to immigration.
We need to love one another."
Yeah. Because he thought, you know, like it was the Latino vote that killed Romney.
We obviously need, look, I don't like it, you don't like it, but we need these spics. You know, that was the speech the next day from Sean Hannity.
Yep.
Donald Trump will be the 45th president of the United States. Some of you people need to get a grip on reality. Realize
Oh my
just
God.
how
Wasn't
completely
he the
out of
fucking
touch
not my
you
president
are.
camp?
Yeah.
And now he's telling us, look, you just need to accept Trump. Look, he's the president.
He
Wasn't
win.
he going
He
like
win.
recount and all that bullshit?
He's such a hypocrite. It's insane.
It's insane. Like, and you know what? He gets away with it because he's got the only job where the shit you said yesterday doesn't matter anymore. 24-hour news.
24.
Do you want to play something else?
Sure, if you want.
So it looks like Obama commuted Chelsea Manning's.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Also to another Fox news alert now. Bipartisan backlash boiling over after President Obama orders freedom for Chelsea Manning, who was convicted of leaking military secrets that put U.S. servicemen and women in harm's way.
So when is Snowden coming?
Yeah, I was going to say, can we do Edward too?
Yeah, because both of them deserve that.
Edward needs a sex change first.
How about Julian Assange too?
Once Edward becomes Edna Snowden, then
I don't think Julian Assange can be because
we could offer him asylum here.
Well, he's wanted at, I believe, Sweden.
Yeah, for rape though. It's not even for his.
Well, he hasn't been charged with anything yet because they can't actually formally charge him.
Yeah, because he's living in an embassy.
Yeah, the Ecuadorian embassy in London.
Yeah.
What a strange place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Snowden's living in Russia. It's just crazy.
Well,
but this is the worst.
I mean, because if Snowden wasn't living in Russia, he'd be in a fucking federal prison right now.
I mean, I'm not going to complain. At least Chelsea Manning gets out.
Chelsea Manning's been in prison for a long time.
For bullshit.
After
for
putting
like 4 or
those
5 years, something
putting
like that.
American men and women, service women, in danger.
Yeah, it's not the system that's behind this, putting them in these places. It's the people revealing what's happening. It's their fault.
How dare you tell the American people what's really going on?
Yeah, you're an enemy of the state.
Enemy.
Wait, so when is she getting out now? In 7 years or something?
It's like 8 months now.
In like May, I think, is what I heard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's already been in there for like 5 or more years, as far as I can remember.
Obama has pretty much come out and said there's not going to be a pardon for Snowden.
Wow.
Which,
so fucked up.
To me, Snowden would be the better one to release because, you know, some of the stuff that Chelsea Manning or Bradley Manning at the time put out, you know, it's kind of arguable whether or not it's something people really need to know. But the stuff that Snowden revealed was just the government is outright running like an illegal surveillance program that's against the Constitution.
Right.
So for us to say that's a criminal, that's basically just saying, no, the government reserves the right to do illegal activity and then classify it.
I don't know, though. Let's be honest. What Chelsea Manning released gave people a window into war that were not given by our media.
Sure.
Yes.
And, and that's important, too. You know what I mean? It made war real. It shows what really goes on. You know, what the rules of engagement mean.
There's like a great HBO documentary about the Iraq War.
Taxi Cab into Darkness or whatever.
Yeah, I think that might be the name.
Or Restrepo.
Jackie Bonner's here now with new questions about what message this sends. Jackie, good morning. Hey, good morning, Abby. Well, Chelsea Manning, a transgender former Army intelligence officer, convicted in 2010 for leaking 750,000 pages, that's right, of classified government documents to WikiLeaks, will soon go free. Manning's actions resulting in the Taliban targeting and killing U.S. soldiers.
There is a bit of weird conservative cognitive dissonance going on this, by the way, because right now they love Julian Assange.
Oh yeah, he's
Who
great.
does?
But the right wing.
Right, yeah, because he released.
Hannity was sucking his dick, dude.
Because he's been helping Trump.
Right.
But
didn't they hate him before?
Yeah, they did.
They did.
He was a traitor, you know.
And also the liberals used to love him, so there's definitely the same thing on that end.
That switch.
And now the liberals hate his ass. But the conservatives are simultaneously saying we love Julian Assange, yet we hate one of the primary sources for one of his biggest leaks ever. What sense does that make?
None.
If you're gonna say Chelsea Manning deserves to be, she fucking traitor deserves to be killed, then you have to say the same thing about Julian Assange. He's an enemy of the state.
The enemy of my enemy, dude.
You can't like Julian Assange and hate Chelsea Manning.
But he done revealed the stuff on Hillary, though. He done revealed Hillary. Remember?
That's the sad thing, though, TJ. They can, and they will, and they do every day.
You're right.
They do.
Yep.
So just pretty much
overseas. The president ordering Manning's 35-year sentence be cut short and released on May 17th. The White House even bragging about the president's record 1,385 commutations with 209 just
Obama
on
has
Tuesday.
that power, so he used it. I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, look, I guarantee you when Trump leaves office, even if it's 2 terms,
the reality is
he's going to do the same kind of shit. They all do it.
I read this earlier today that Obama has, the Obama administration has prosecuted more more government whistleblowers than any other administration in history combined. So this is just a symbolic gesture to try to sweep that fact.
And remember, this was going to be the most transparent administration in history.
Not even close.
It's about as transparent as Obama's fucking skin.
Oh shit, black joke.
He went there. I'm offended. That was
okay.
not nice.
He went there immediately, dude. I'm so sorry.
I have a black person here, so I can check this shit out. I can run through the filter. I can make sure it's all right.
That's what the Young Turks do all the time.
I apologize for my insensitive remarks, everybody.
In a general sense, black people in America tend to be pretty supportive of Obama. It's not, obviously, there are some outliers that aren't.
Sure.
How do you feel? Like, does the fact that he's black resonate at all with you on any level?
Well, he's not her president.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, he is the most powerful. You know, he's the first black president.
Well, I mean, they cover American news really well in Canada, so.
Oh yeah, there's actually going to be a rally against Trump in Canada on Friday, so that's really funny.
I believe it.
Oh yeah, I believe that totally.
I know, and I actually plan to go to dinner at the Trump Tower on that day. Just to walk through the crowd and then go up and say I'm going to dinner upstairs. But with Obama, honestly, I really don't care enough. Like, I don't care that he's black, and it's the same thing with Hillary. I do not care that she's a woman. If you do your job right, then you do your job right, and I don't know. Like, it's insane. A lot of people voted for him because he was black. And
wow. If you hadn't lost your black card a long time ago, you would have lost it just now.
Yeah. Revoked.
No, I totally agree. Whatever. I don't begrudge, I guess, black people that feel some sort of pride in the fact that, because it is a barrier in America that got broken, and that's significant. Mm-hmm. But beyond that, I judge him on what he did, and he didn't really do much.
I mean, I would say even if Hillary won, it's like, okay, well, if nothing else, I guess we ticked off the woman box, because that's about the best. That's about the best that you could say in that situation.
You said that to me that morning when you thought you were going to lose the bet.
When I thought I was going to lose, I was like, at least we're gonna have the first woman president, I guess. I mean, unfortunately, she's a cruel, evil reptilian monster. But
it's interesting to think
she does have a vagina. So.
There were people that were alive that couldn't even use the same bathrooms as white people, and then they got to see a black person get elected president.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Sure, that's all good.
That's exciting. I think that's just the most amazing part. It's like he's the first black president, but then after that, it's like, okay.
Yeah. He got bored. You know what though? He was like an interesting and dynamic speaker, but then after that, it just he
got weird.
Yeah, he got bland.
Can you do like a quick Obama? Because you do his stuttery Obama so good.
I don't know what to say.
Just talk about Israel and Palestine.
I'm too high to do it.
Damn it. Ben's got the best Obama, dude.
Yeah, if I knew exactly what to say, I would say
it's because Obama so carefully chooses every word. Okay, when you listen to Obama talk, if someone asks, if he's asked a question that's not
just say I like big butts and I cannot lie.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
You other brothers,
you can't deny.
That was, oh my God.
Among them are Puerto Rican terrorist Oscar Lopez Rivera, who helped bomb U.S. cities like Chicago and New York, and retired General James Cartwright, who lied to the FBI about U.S. involvement in Iran's nuclear program. Meanwhile, Republicans outraged at the moves. Speaker Paul Ryan saying this, quote, President Obama now leaves in place a dangerous precedent that those who compromise our national security won't be held accountable for their crimes. And Senator John McCain saying, quote, Chelsea Manning broke her oath and made it more likely that others would join the ranks of her fallen comrades. One of those comrades, NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden, reacted.
I got it.
There you go.
Well, I was going to say this is John. It's real simple. You tried to be president, so you would have had this power if you'd been elected.
My French.
You can if you're president, you have the power to pardon people on a federal level.
Every single president in their waning days does a bunch of pardons.
My French, Chelsea Manning broke.
You don't think George W. Bush did this shit?
My French.
Hold on. What did he say? I'll read it like he would say it. My friend, Chelsea Manning broke her oath and made it more likely that others would join the ranks of her fallen comrades, my friend.
Comrades.
We can't have that. We can't tolerate that, my friend.
Of her fallen comrades. One of those comrades, NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden, reacting on Twitter saying this, quote, in 5 more months, you will be free. Thank you for what you did for everyone, Chelsea. State pardon.
I'm telling you, Snowden, Edna Snowden, and you're free. Just chop off your dick and you'll be pardoned.
Seriously, transition
to
and come
Edna,
home.
and you can come home. You're a whole new person. It's okay.
I love the transgender.
It seems apparent that there's little doubt that Edward Snowden will not be offered a pardon by this president.
Well, it's not something that I can't rule out any offer of clemency or rule it in, frankly, from here.
The White House now promising even more commutations likely coming tomorrow. Heather and Abby.
All right, Jackie Banyas, thank you. We'll see what happens.
Why do they wait till the end if they really believe these sort of things should happen? Like, shouldn't they do it immediately once it comes to their attention that this is wrong?
Well, they don't because they want to just once they're gone, it's not like they're accountable anymore.
Well, exactly.
They don't want to do it midway through and like,
oh yeah,
now I got to deal with this shit.
They definitely won't do it before their second term. You know?
No. These all come at the very end,
which is garbage. That just means politics is garbage even more.
But let's say basically Obama had lost after his first term. He would have done this, but basically it would have been like the last days of his last term.
Right.
So they all do it essentially. But sometimes if you have a two-term president, they'll wait obviously till the second.
It's just more about hanging on to the power than doing what's right, though.
Of course.
Do you think Trump is going to follow the same routes, or?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
My expectations.
Right away.
My expectations is that I could see the change in Trump the very moment he won.
Oh yeah.
It's going to happen. I mean, he's still going to be more to the right than Obama, but he's not going to be that different.
I got to be honest with you guys. We get accused a lot on this podcast of being like low-key Trump supporters and shit. Yeah, oh yeah, dude. That's a big like meme about us.
Trump apologists.
Yeah, apologists and shit. Look, my expectations of Trump are so fucking low. I think I'm gonna hate 99% of.
I already can't stand to listen to him talk.
He's already, his cabinet picks are atrocious up until this point. They're just awful. And if some of the shit that goes through, like Jeff Sessions as Attorney General is the worst thing I've ever heard.
Yes.
I am spooked as fuck living in I'm now in a weed legal state for the first time in my life. And a guy that has talked about sending the ATF into those states is now going to have the power to do it. So I'm spooked. Yeah. I just want to be on the record. I'm not willing to go like, oh, I hate Trump because of this, because he hasn't done shit yet.
Oh, once that happens, I hate Trump full on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But I'm willing to let it happen.
Yeah, we want to see the actions that take place.
I'm not willing, but what choice do we have at this point? He's the fucking president.
Yes, I mean, really, you are willing, because you're not willing to face the alternative. You're not going to be like, I'm going to go armed revolution.
Yeah, what am I going to do?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're just going to...
I'm a busted up, middle-aged fat guy.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
That doesn't like guns.
I mean, all we're going to do is talk shit on the internet.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's all we're going to fucking do.
Trump took my weed.
Yeah, right, dude. We'll have weed even if it's illegal.
I mean, I still got weed, but Trump took my legal
I'll go
weed.
get my medical card and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking Trump. My back. It's not legal here. Oh my
It'll be legal there soon, though, right?
Soon.
Isn't that like the only good thing Trudeau's doing? Really? That's
only
like the only
good thing he's doing. Yes.
Well, let's be honest. He's doing two good things: weed legalization, and he's looking fucking dapper everywhere he goes.
He is a pretty man.
Oh, you got a crush on him, TJ?
I mean, who doesn't?
I'm a straight guy.
Have you taken a look at him? He's
I'm
beautiful.
a straight guy.
I know what he looks like,
and I would blow him.
Yeah.
Oh, what the
that
fuck,
means you're
dude?
not straight.
He's attractive.
Newsflash.
A straight man could definitely.
Yeah, dude.
Newsflash.
There's a few guys that are like that. Like
that means you're not straight,
who's
motherfucker.
the guy that plays the hot male cyborg in AI?
I don't know, because I don't think men are hot.
I don't think about that.
What
the fuck?
Jude Law.
Jude
Law.
Paul,
I'd suck his dick too.
Paul,
he's a beautiful man.
Okay, so
Paul.
He's a trap, is what Paul's saying.
You're agreeing with TJ, and so there you go.
I don't ever expect that to happen. I think the difference between TJ and I maybe.
Okay, it doesn't matter if it's going to happen or not.
TJ.
It matters whether or not you do it. If you suck the dick, you're not straight.
What is he on the faggot scale?
Paul is 100% heterosexual.
No,
just because
not if he sucks dick.
No.
He would only suck an exceptional creme de la creme
a feminine
of dick.
dick.
Okay, your opinion on this doesn't matter because you have like a swayed opinion.
Dude,
on
fucking TJ and Paul are just fucking. You know what? They're a parrot circle jerk, dude. They fly around in a circle. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
It's a fucking parrot circle.
The fact of the
dude.
matter is that these two men who are protesting their heterosexuality, if Jude Law was to come in this room
and waggle his
and
dick
whip
in my
that dick
face.
out, they would both be on their knees.
What?
No.
Proper
I don't
place
think so.
on the fucking floor.
I think you're fucking projecting what you would do onto me.
Excuse me, I don't
And
mean
that's
to be
what he's
appalled
doing to Paul, too.
I don't mean to be appalled, though, but this cock isn't going to suck itself. I'd be like, oh, shit!
Paul also said he would give me a hand job on his Periscope.
He did.
So
okay, well then he's a faggot.
That's what I'm saying.
No, a bro job.
Dude, he is.
No,
and you know what? Me and Cheetah said he
What's a
owed us
bro-
hand jobs after the IKEA trip,
You know what
and he
a bro
agreed.
job is? You want me to tell you what a bro job is?
What is a bro job?
Let's say that Ben is in a car accident.
Right.
And he's paralyzed. Hold on. Oh, just
No,
hold on.
hold on. I want to hear this.
And he's
Of
paralyzed
course
from the
you wanna
waist
hear
down,
it.
and he's fucking emaciated.
Oh God!
Right.
And he's like, Paul, no woman will come near me, man, and I can't get my rocks off, man.
You sound like Pimp Monk.
Yeah, and I'd be like, Ben, nobody will ever know about this, but let me go get a fucking rubber glove and some Vaseline, and we'll make this happen.
All right. Now I know.
If you needed it,
There you go, Ben.
It's like an emergency
No,
hand
yeah,
job.
exactly. There's this thing in
the
Japan.
strangest thing.
There's this thing in Japan where they send women to like profoundly disabled people's homes who could never get a woman and can't jerk themselves off.
Okay.
And their entire job is to give release to those patients.
Sure.
There's nothing
It's beautiful.
sexual about it.
Let's applaud Japan.
Beautiful. Thank you, Japan.
Japan, you're doing
No,
something.
Ben
damn
is
it.
not applauding Japan. No love for the Japanese from Ben, even though he appropriates their art on
Dude,
his
the
arms.
chat
Well,
better
he
be
is
clapping.
racist. I mean, Ben is racist, so we know that.
When the
Doesn't
chat
like the
hears
Japanese,
this, they better
huh?
be clapping.
They were
It's all right.
interred.
All right,
Ben. They were interred.
Time for today's Cutting the Fat segment.
Oh shit.
So what do I do?
You can comment as you'd like, also, TJ.
Okay.
So
Me as well?
We're we're
of
just
course.
dissecting this video.
We're just dissecting a video of mine. What?
He's frozen.
Oh, shit.
Your camera's frozen.
Hold on. I'm gonna call her back.
Oh wait, no, she's fine.
No, there we
Can
go.
you hear us?
Got it.
There
Sorry.
you go. Cool.
All right. All right. So I carefully selected this one, Paul. I think you're gonna want to join in this segment.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, here it is.
A lot of you guys out there in the
Oh God! Look at that! What the fuck? What the fuck do you think? God, dude!
Damn it.
You know what? I just had like a flashback, dude. I had a flashback of what TJ looked like this, and you know what, dude? I remember thinking the whole time you had this haircut, like how bad it was, and you thought it was good.
I did not think it was good.
Yes, you did, dude.
I did not. This fucking title of this video is worst haircut ever because as soon as I showed up on YouTube with this haircut.
No. In this video, you try to make it look better, and you're like, "Oh, it works like this." I think.
Yeah.
interwebs have been leaving comments about my hair. I didn't know I had such a fashion-savvy audience. You know, people said it was a mullet, which is not, because, I mean, I have to spike this up, and it had to be a little bit shorter in the front, kind of poofy, close, but no cigar.
Oh my God, dude. Dude, it's like supernaturally bad. Like this is like the worst. Like dude, this is like the worst possible haircut you ever could have selected for yourself. How the fuck, dude? You should have shaved your head. You should have shaved your head.
I tried to cut my own hair. That's what happened.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
This is the worst job you could have done.
I've always said.
I'm aware of this.
Excuse me. I'm looking for my squire. Has anyone seen my squire? Page boy TJ? Has anyone seen my squire? My horse needs saddling and my boots need shining. I'm so very sorry to interrupt, but I'm looking for my squire. My horse is in need of brushing, and my sword in need of sharpening.
And then some people said I look like King Arthur. I am Arthur. I have a question. What in all of my videos would lead you to believe that I have good taste?
There we go.
I mean,
Dude, this is you trying
There
to
you
defend.
go.
Yep, trying to defend your fucking shit
You know
haircut.
what? You know what? No, TJ never spoke.
Gotta defend something.
more true.
I've got to come and try.
You have shitty
some
taste.
shit.
Verily,
You
may
know
I
what?
ask,
Why
why
does
does
bad for this conversation?
why does my
Nothing to
squire blather thusly?
TJ, from now on, from now on, I'm just going to remind you that in this video, you yourself admitted that you have shitty taste.
Okay, yeah, he did.
Why
maintain my appearance a fraction of a step better than the average street bum? You know, why do you pay so much attention to what's on people's heads and not what's in them? Put it this way, and you look pretty much the same.
You know,
God, you're desperate.
TJ's all butthurt. He's like, oh, I wish there was some old Ben video. Dude, this video's still on your fucking channel, man.
This
video is on your channel. Anyone can go to your channel and watch it.
Yeah, they should too, because I am still making ad revenue on it.
Yeah.
Same as it ever did, and I can just roll it back like this, and it doesn't really work. But I can do this thing up here, the high-ass hairline, the little triangle. It looks like a pyramid. I want to draw a little eye right here.
Baldy.
TJ, you know what you should have done at this point? Shave your fucking head and start over, dude.
Thy head is bolder than thy mother's ass.
Yeah, I like how he wouldn't give up on it. He just kept, like...
Verily, we should laugh at this man. He looketh as one twice his age.
Yeah, there's the eye of Osiris staring deeply into you. Whatever, fine. You don't like the hair like that. You look like
Dude, thumbnail for the video. Thumbnail right here.
Why speaketh he like a back alley rogue? A hustler, a cheap thief of the night, a man that will wear women's clothing but to pick your pocket. Truly a rube.
Bridges and Dumb and Dumber amazing atheist. My hair was here. I wanted it to be here. And I decided to cut it myself because how hard could it be?
You're fucking stupid.
Pretty hard.
That's the reason my mom hid the scissors from me when I was like a toddler.
Oh my god, dude. I can't imagine you butchering yourself this bad, even if she turned you loose. What a
TJ's
fucking
about
disaster.
To drink. Dude, TJ's pouring a huge cup of booze
What
right
a
now.
goddamn disaster.
Holy shit, dude. He's filling an entire cup full of liquor. Dude.
I would know disaster.
It didn't help that I didn't really have a pair of scissors, so I just tried to use a beard trimmer.
You failed, sir.
I woke up in the morning. I didn't comb my hair. It was just leaning. It was just like this, and everyone's like, "Look at your hair! It's so crazy. Why would you do that? LOL at hair. Blah blah blah." Yeah.
I think you.
Oh, here we go. This is the perfect
Dude,
screenshot.
TJ like went into like I think it was like Supercuts or some fucking place. And he tried to say like, oh, my girlfriend tried to cut my hair. And they just looked at him for a minute, and they looked at her, and she's like,
Sir, can I say something? The whore that you paid a shilling to butcher your hair should be drug in the street and whipped and flogged publicly. She did you a great disservice, my sir. But I assume she was drunk. Drunk,
I say.
TJ's like rage quitting the show.
She must have been deep in her cups indeed to give such a ridiculous cut.
It appears TJ just walked out of the room. TJ has walked out of the room in anger.
Wow.
Just walked out of the room in anger.
Yeah, grocery store, great. Yeah, no one cares. Look at that hair. We're stupid. Speaking of stupid.
No, you're fucking stupid for doing that to yourself, TJ. No one did that to you. It's not like you went and got a haircut and paid someone and they fucked your hair. You fucking did it to your goddamn self.
Why are we fools?
We're full. You admitted in this video to the same thing. You admitted that you did this publicly years ago.
Dude, this video is on your
TJ
channel.
will not acknowledge reality.
Yeah, he's drinking a giant he's drinking one of those red Solo cups full of whiskey, like cinnamon whiskey.
Fireball.
All right, TJ, we're gonna move on. Come sit down.
Come on, TJ.
Yes, my squire.
Come on.
Attend my war horse.
The fat is cut.
All right.
So I guess that also means TJ's cut has been cut.
Yeah.
Then too.
Sweet, more money for us.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We'll all divide that evenly.
Sweet.
Come on.
Yeah, me and Ben will divide that evenly. Paul, you shall receive nothing. Good day.
Fair enough.
Actually, we'll give you TJ's room.
Okay.
TJ, you gotta move out, man. Sorry.
You gotta go, TJ. We're moving in.
All right, so I'll just let this resonate on the screen. You know what? If you stare at it long enough and close your eyes, you'll see it still. Yeah.
Paul, you're the new amazing atheist. I can't go on.
What?
You got to take over my channel.
I don't want to be.
You got to be the amazing atheist. Sorry.
No, man.
I don't want to
can't do it.
I can't do it.
I can't do it, dude.
I don't want to do it anymore, man. I'm too depressed now.
No one
knows come
what it's
on.
like.
No one knows what it's like
to
with a
be
bad
the page
haircut.
boy. Yeah.
Just a page boy
behind new eyes.
Yeah, there you go.
So, like, what would it take? Like, what kind of bet would it take to get you
to get me to do this haircut again?
Page boy,
I will
TJ.
literally never allow that to happen again. You know what?
Boy, TJ.
If you murder me, you're allowed to do it at my funeral. You can cut it and present me as page boy TJ.
Cool. If I murder you, I
Can
won't
I
be
use
welcome.
it
What if
as
you
a
just die naturally?
Well, you gotta fucking get away with it, obviously. you know.
What if you die naturally or of like?
Then yeah, okay.
accidentally.
You can when I'm dead. You can cut my hair like that.
Sick,
sweet,
dude. You'll be the page boy at your funeral, dude. That's beautiful.
I don't give a shit. I'm dead.
You guys can
care
white
anymore.
guilt me at my funeral because I
Yeah.
feel the
Can I-
same way about my beard. So
Can you what?
Can I use your hair as a weave? Is that okay?
Sure. You can have a blonde weave. Or you can just dye it
oh
black.
my god,
I'll
dude.
dye it black. It'll be great. It'll look amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
This
there
has
you
got to
go.
happen. We got to get some of your hair to her so she can.
Please.
No.
You know,
Please.
TJ, actually, you know what? It's not that bad. I'm
Yeah.
looking at it. You're making it work.
Yeah, I'm making it work.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it really is. It's really
Actually,
great.
it is. It's terrible.
No, it's
like-
wonderful.
It's worse.
You know
than,
what?
Like,
You know what? Eventually, that hairstyle will come around, and I'll look like a revolutionary.
Yeah,
Just ahead
dude.
of
If
my
the fucking
time,
if
dude.
society falls and goes back to
Nope.
medieval times,
One of these days, dude, all the fucking cool
Yeah.
people will be walking around with fucking
You know
Page
what,
Boy,
TJ?
Edward Scissorhands looking bullshit.
Dude, after the
It's gonna be
after
great.
the fucking Fallout universe becomes a reality, you're right. People are gonna love this hairstyle again. It's gonna come back.
Yeah, I should have.
When people are living in hovels.
You're right. I should have shaved my head.
I want to share something with you guys real quick before I go. I have
Share
been
it,
getting
TJ.
so many emails from Transformers fans, so many complaining about my review, and they're all terrible.
Oh,
They
yeah,
are
dude. I remember that shit.
Oh yeah.
That was
you get a
horrible.
barrage of bullshit.
You're not talking about the haircut anymore.
No, I know,
so.
I'm not. But the Transformers thing though, like after me and Galen put out that fucking review, or maybe it was the one I just did on my own. I think it was the one with me and Galen. But like, we got so much fucking bullshit from Transformers fans, and the amazing thing was none of them could fucking spell. Almost all of them wrote in all caps.
Oh god, no punctuation.
This is awful.
No paragraphs, run-on sentences.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it all the time.
It was fun, but even they were not as bad as my haircut. So
Yeah, that is true.
what are we
Nothing
gonna
is
do?
as bad.
TJ
Oh,
looks
wow,
cringier than
dude.
Egghead. I agree.
Dude, she's just on the show, like, you know, like she's never met you, and even she can't hold it back, dude.
Yep. Oh
Why
yeah,
should-
her reaction
Who
alone.
fucking could?
Her
Who fucking
reaction
could?
alone when because I don't think she knew TJ had a haircut like this. At one
No, I did
As soon
not.
as, he,
Yeah.
as soon as he came on the screen, she fell out, dude.
Everyone-
it was over.
Anyone who wants to go watch this video and see the haircut again, it's the worst haircut ever on my channel.
Yeah, it is worst haircut ever.
Well,
it's
kudos
on his
to
channel.
you for keeping it up. You know, like you could have.
I can't. It's not. This can't be hidden.
That's
Paul.
true.
Actually, if you search Pageboy TJ in the YouTube search, this is the video that comes up.
TJ,
Awesome.
TJ, do you remember when we went looking for Drunken Peasants shit for the thumbnail?
Yeah.
And we ran across the hot oil video, but somebody had covered up your dick and balls with Pepe.
Yeah, dude.
What a
Pepe
sad
there.
Pee-Pee the Frog, dude.
Pee-Pee.
Pee-Pee the Frog, dude, yeah. He's a racist meme from the alt-right.
How could you tell it was Pepe when they made it so small?
Well, there was also they had to make it big enough to cover the pot of hot oil with his balls in it. So that's why you could see the Pepe.
Oh, there you go.
Otherwise, it would have just been a little green dot, dude.
It was single pixel.
One pixel of green.
A tiny green pixel.
1 pixel by 1 pixel box. Oh my god.
We need an intro for this segment.
I love life as me. We're doing a Paul one next time, right?
Yeah,
sure. You owe me one.
I want to pick the one we do of Paul.
Yes,
Fair
you can.
enough.
You absolutely can.
I'm gonna find. I already know which one he fucking hates.
There's a few though. You need to really look because there's a couple that I would hate if you played.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm so excited.
Some of which we've never talked about.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna look around.
It's nice to have older videos, you know?
Yeah, it's so great.
Of you guys, not of me.
I'm gonna talk to your mom and see if she's got any old pictures of you, Ben.
Oh, I'll get old pictures and show you.
Why don't you show them androgynous Ben? I think
androgynous.
that's pretty fun. Actually,
I've already shown that before.
Well, show it again.
Bendrogynous.
Bendrogynous.
You know what? I will show it on the next episode. I don't have it queued up and I don't know where it is, but I will. I'll show it.
Jacobim Bugato's new line.
It's not nearly as embarrassing. It's just weird because he doesn't. Ben looks like totally different than he does now.
He does. He's kind of hot. Once again, bro job. You know that's why.
Okay.
Okay. Can we all admit that Ben is the hottest peasant?
I think Paul. I'm sorry. I think Paul has actually passed me up in terms of bisexuality at this point.
No,
I was gonna say so. Like,
I'm just very selective. I'm just very selective.
Paul, just admit it.
Ben, can we just admit it?
Whatever. Maybe I am. I don't know. Like the thought of sucking a dick really kind of makes me sick, unless it's Jude Law's dick or I wouldn't suck Ben's dick. That's a little too much. Like he's not Jude Law hot.
Can we all just agree that
he's the hottest peasant?
Ben is the hottest peasant.
Am I wrong?
Peasant,
All right. Well, let's say Ashley spontaneously overnight grew a dick.
Okay.
Would you learn to love to suck that dick?
Okay. There's qualifying factors here.
Sure.
Is it a big dick or a little feminine?
We'll say it's like a medium-sized.
So
dick.
like my size dick, like 6 inches or so.
Yeah.
Erect.
Sure.
Yeah, I would learn to suck the dick.
Go ahead. Okay.
Faggot Paul.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I love Ashley. Like the dick would not get in the way.
That's beautiful, dude.
Isn't it?
It is.
And isn't it also beautiful that if Ben was laid up and couldn't jerk off and needed a helping hand, that I would do that for him?
I think it's beautiful. I find it.
Ben,
like,
you know what? You better watch yourself. You might have an accident soon.
Fuck, dude.
You may regret laughing at this, Ben, because if that happens, I will, no matter what, you call me, dude. You get a hold of me. I will do the Japanese honor for you, dude. I'll give you the honor of the disabled, dude.
Oh, God.
Because I love you, dude.
There's so much homoeroticism this episode.
I know, but whatever. It had to come bubbling to the
that?
surface at some point.
Yeah. I guess
It's
you're
funny,
right.
there's a girl on and you guys just keep talking about dicks all day.
Yeah,
I know. Maybe it's because we don't want to seem like shitlords that every time a chick comes on, we're just like, pussy tits, pussy ass, anal. But whatever. Maybe it's because Maybe it's because I secretly like dick.
Maybe we're just trying to get you to join the conversation.
Maybe because
and start
you
talking about dicks too.
Maybe because you secretly like it. I don't know.
Does size matter?
No.
Well, she said she's dating a white guy, so obviously.
Seriously, and honest, we're talking about like if you were with a dude, right? And you like just hypothetically. Can I give you a hypothetical? Are you comfortable with that?
Yes,
Insecure
It's
Paul.
not going to be too nasty. You're with a dude. You go on a couple dates with him. You like him. You get along. Ideologically, you're close. You think, oh, wow, I might be willing to... I don't know how long you would actually wait. I'm not implying that you're anything. I'm just saying after a few dates, you're like, yeah, I might fuck this guy. And you get down to do the deed. It's very nice. And then he pulls down his pants, and he's hard, but it's 3 inches. Like, I'm talking like...
So TJ.
Well, I don't know if that's technically a micro penis, but like we're talking like very like obviously below average penis. Normal set of balls. Does that impede you in any way from like wanting to have a long-term relationship with that man?
Wanting to have a long-term?
Yeah,
maybe.
See, so yeah, the answer is yes. Size does matter.
That's 3 inches, though.
That's 3 inches. That's not fair.
Not too many fucking people have only 3 inches hard.
I don't know, dude. You'd be shocked, TJ.
All right.
I'm learning a lot about Paul and TJ this episode.
Learn to eat some pussy.
Paul's like, hypothetically, if
No,
a guy
seriously.
with a 3-inch penis.
I rely on...
Hypothetically, though, right, Paul?
Hypothetically, yeah. Well,
A friend of a friend, Paul? A friend of a friend?
A quote from Ashley. Paul, you would need to get a new dick.
Yeah.
And then we have a question about a 3-inch dick. I don't know, Paul.
I'm just look.
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there,
All right.
Paul. I'm just throwing it out there.
I actually asked Ashley if his dick was bigger than 3 inches, and she's like,
there was no response.
Oh, shut up, TJ. You lying.
There was just. It was kind of just like Ashley left the room at that point. So I think we understand the answer.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude.
Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. All right. So we have to pause
I'm
for.
so glad that I have only the second smallest penis on the peasants now.
Oh, get out of here, dude. No, TJ, my penis ain't nothing to write home to mama about, but I've seen the oil video, dude. I've seen what you're packing.
All right, Paul's also seen the oil video.
I'm packing more
He's
meat.
jerked
off
getting
to
more
it
and
for
more
fuck's
gay.
sake.
Oh shit!
Oh, you're not
packing more
helping your
meat,
case.
dude.
You're not helping your case.
Yeah, yeah.
I am packing more meat. That's all I gotta say, dude.
You ain't seen me hard though, Paul.
Yeah, I have. You were hard. In
I
that
was not-
banana-
I
you
was
were
not hard in that video.
I've
No,
seen
I was
banana-
not.
Yeah, you were.
No,
dude.
I was not.
You were boned all the
Paul
way out.
also watched the banana video.
Yeah,
No, I
I've
was
seen it.
not. Bullshit.
You were boned up. dude.
Bullshit.
You were boned up.
Nope.
Yep, because you
All right.
you used
Shut up.
Now
Shut up. We have to take a break and play an ad. We'll be back in a minute. We'll be right back.
You know, guys, for all of my strengths, I cannot count the ability to cook as being among them in any way, shape, or form. I'm a disastrous cook. I'm not good at it. At least I didn't think I was until I tried Blue Apron. They send you packages in the mail filled with pre-portioned out ingredients and easy to follow step-by-step instructions that are not going to be confusing, you're not going to be lost, you're not going to be looking at the instructions going, what am I looking at here? It's easy. It's so easy that even someone like me with the culinary talent of a brick is able to follow the directions and make delicious meals such as some of these available from Blue Apron this January. Seared pork chops with farro and cranberry chutney, spaghetti squash and marinara with mushrooms and garlic knots, spicy shrimp and Korean rice cakes with cabbage furikake. You can have all of that, and it's easy. It's easy to do. There's no problem whatsoever. You got to check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals for free with free shipping. You're not going to be 3 free meals? What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Get 3 free meals with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/peasants. I'm talking about 3 meals of free food with free shipping. No cost whatsoever. All you have to do is go to that URL, make that order. And if you don't think the product is up to snuff, you don't ever have to get it again. But you're going to love it. You're going to love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. So don't wait. Don't wait for even a second. blueapron.com/peasants. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
All right, we're back, and we're already looking at all the amazing photoshopped photos of TJ. Are those on Twitter or
Page
what?
boy TJ.
I've retweeted them, so you can go to my Twitter and see them.
Page boy TJ.
That's @AmazingApe.
My horse needs saddling.
Shut up, Paul.
I'll tell you what.
Your ass needs saddling.
We're gonna play Blue Apron ads, guys. They're a long-term sponsor of the show, and actually,
And it's actually awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, if anyone does get the free meals from Blue Apron, if you show us a picture of what you made and it looks good, we might feature it on the show.
Yeah,
so.
we'll show
like
it
a
and we'll rate how well you did.
Yeah.
We'll say we'll tell you what we would eat your fucking meal or not, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, what if it's shaped in a penis? Would you eat it?
Of course he would.
Yeah.
I'd be more likely to eat it then. More likely.
I'm totally straight though.
New fucking
Okay,
nickname.
Paul.
You know, like,
okay.
Straight
You know what?
Paul.
Don't mislabel me. Okay.
You know what? I'm totally vegan, but if someone brought in like
No,
a
dude.
filet mignon, man,
I'm new
I
straight.
just couldn't pass that
dude,
up.
Do not fuck with my sexual orientation, dude. I'm new straight. I'm new straight, and that's it. I'm a straight guy. I hate the idea of sucking dick, but under certain circumstances, I would.
Paul, I have never assumed your gender identity, Paul. I've never assumed anything, your sexuality, or anything like that. I'm just saying that these are the facts, and people can decide on those facts based upon what you've said.
Fair enough.
All right, moving on. Here's crazy people. Funny comedian. Yeah. Anderson Booper.
Yeah. So, is Josephine aware of Glanderson Booper and what went on with all of that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So you know of Tommy Sotomayor, then?
Yes, I do. We're good friends.
Good.
You know the tale.
Tommy Sotomayor is garbage.
Agreed.
Nah, man, look at his house. Oh, no.
Aquaba, y'all, Kwame and Shui, Aquaba to all of the African people listening to my voice right now. Where are you checking into, my beautiful African people? Are you checking into the white man's grocery?
Gazi, why do you yell into a microphone? You don't need to. I'm just throwing it out there. You don't need to do that.
Aquaba, y'all. Oh, by the way, I'm so sorry, Josephine. Aquaba.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
I meant to
Ahuru
say
Aquaba.
Because all the African people deserve to be greeted as such.
You know what? I believe she was actually born in Africa, right?
Were you?
Yeah.
Well, Aquaba, Uhuru to you.
I don't think this motherfucker here has ever even been to Africa, but he calls himself an African person.
Aquaba, y'all. Uhuru.
Aquaba.
Store? Are you a clerk? Are you a beggar? Are you checking into the white man's restaurant at McDonald's? Are you checking into the white man's mall? Are you checking into the white man's parking lot? Are you checking into the white man's store? Are you checking into...
Okay, 90... I mean, like, you're using the white man's microphone, probably. You got a ton of shit was made by the white man all around you. So, what the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, look at that blood diamond he's wearing in his ear.
Yeah, but he cares.
To the white man's hospital. Are you a student? Are you a black student?
The white man's hospital? So if a black person gets injured and the nearest hospital is white, they should just be like, no, I'll just die.
Dude, that really
no,
is... You know what? He's perfect. He is what this time is. It's a black nationalist, a hardcore black nationalist wearing conflict diamonds, telling other people not to shop at white people stores. This is where we are as a people.
It's insane. Oh my gosh.
Sweet. But you agree with him, right? Because you're black.
Yes, I agree with him because I'm black.
Aquaba.
That goes without saying.
Aquaba.
Aquaba.
An African student checking into the white man's middle school and tuning in, high school and tuning in, or college or university and tuning in.
I don't think it's pronounced university. University.
Not only do we get bad arguments from this guy, we also get him mispronouncing like obvious words. University.
Your new name is Scotty.
Do you think he actually talks like this at home, or is he just putting on this voice?
I really don't know.
What white establishment, my black people, are you checking into today? Well, while you're checking into that white man's establishment, you are listening to a black revolutionary radio station with a black revolutionary trajectory.
You don't just get to, you know what, dude? Fuck this guy.
Yeah, what revolution are you doing?
You don't just get to stand out in front of a few gas stations and speak loudly into the mic and call yourself a fucking revolutionary. You're a dipshit, at best. Label yourself as such.
Dude, it's infantile. Are you joking, this guy? That's all he does. He just rambles and is like, I'm part of a movement. I'm a revolutionary.
What revolutionary actions have you done while you do your hair and do your makeup and look all nice and pretty for the camera? Like, what revolutionary actions do you take part in? Gazi, Kodzo? Kazo, whatever the fuck. Aquaba, y'all.
Aquaba, Uhuru. Toilet seat complexioned individuals.
Revolutionary narrative. So today, y'all are checking into those places and working for the white man, you could be listening to this revolution, okay? It is so powerful while you picking cotton that you are tuning in and listening.
By the way, Josephine, have you picked that cotton I asked for?
Yeah.
Because, you know.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll do it after, okay? Please don't hurt me. I'm sorry.
Wow.
All right. Well, I guess I could spare the whip this one time, you know.
Picking cotton.
Who's picking?
This
Who the fuck's
motherfucker.
picking cotton for anybody?
This
Nobody.
motherfucker is a rich college kid that's never done a hard day's labor in his life, and he's talking about how he's picking cotton. Fuck you, Ghazi.
We have machines that pick cotton now anyway. I mean, like...
Yeah.
And on the voice of the revolution, so we can forward the trajectory of the revolution and get black people free. So you ain't gotta pick that cotton no more. Because
Dude, you
corporate speak.
You don't want to do shit. You haven't done shit. No one fucking cares what you have to say.
Yeah, you don't get to brand. You know what? Revolution. You know any revolutionaries that branded themselves?
No, I don't.
Because even if you're a black doctor, you don't like your job. You don't like your job because you don't.
What? Why wouldn't they like their job? A black doctor doesn't like making a shit ton of money? What are you talking
You assume
about?
so much about other people. It's like if they don't live exactly like you do, they're slaves to the system.
Oh, you guys didn't know, dude? Before Che Guevara went into the jungle with the Sandinistas and shit, like, he was a faggoty fucking college kid that talked about how he was a revolutionary.
And he told everyone he met, I'm a revolutionary. Hey guys, I'm a revolutionary. But before we go, I need to make a speech, pal. I'm a revolutionary.
Before I do anything, I just want you to know.
Revolution.
Revolution.
Motherfucking revolution.
Where it helps to continue and build something for you and your people as a whole. So today, y'all.
Awesome.
What we gonna talk about? We are going to talk about Eddie Long, Pastor Eddie Long. If y'all didn't know, he dead. He dead to the bed, y'all. He dead. And he died. What was that?
Like the rest of the show, okay?
Yeah, please do. Can you turn on the black thing at any time? Can you be like, yeah.
That's
Sick.
the exciting part. Okay.
Sick.
Continue.
All right.
On Sunday, he died Sunday, and also Kim Burrell is being blacklisted. Kim Burrell is a very popular, gospel singer and pastor as well, and she is being blacklisted because she made some comments about the homosexuality community, the LGBTQ LMNOP community. She made some comments.
What? Homosexual? What?
How can anyone stand to listen to this motherfucker?
This is what I'm hearing right now.
So annoying.
When he's going through all these acronyms, all I'm hearing is
about them.
He sounds like a cart, like one of those dudes selling pigs. Hey,
He's like an auctioneer.
Yeah, pig
like an
auctioneer.
auction.
I got two.
And they are riled up and upset, and they decided to hang her from the highest tree. So that is what's going on with Kim Burrell. So
They decided to hang her from the highest tree.
He's using these. He's using these as like like analogies.
Yeah, I guess.
But I mean, really? I mean,
so basically, if you're
terrible comparison.
So basically, right now,
It's
I've
so
learned that if you're a
ham-fisted.
black doctor, you're basically the equivalent of a cotton picker.
Yeah.
And if you're blacklisted for some comments, that's the equivalent of being
hung from a tree.
Hung from a tree.
Yeah, basically like lynched.
Yeah,
and shit.
lynched. That's what I'm looking for. So yeah, you're full of shit, dude. You're full of shit.
I honestly think he's demeaning to what people who actually went through that kind of shit had to go through.
I mean,
like
does he think
slaves and people who got lynched and shit?
Does he think because he went into the Goodwill and bought an old set of fatigues and put a Jamaican flag on it that he's a fucking revolutionary living in the jungle doing a fucking underground radio show?
Yeah,
or something?
obviously he does think that.
You dipshit.
we're going to talk about these.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say, ain't nobody care about his bitch ass talking up over there about slavery and shit like that. Like, what you mean, boy, slavery? You ain't never worked a day in your life, bitch. I'm kidding.
Yeah, this bougie fucking faggot, dude.
Bougie fucking. I have to sink down
Trying to
his
pretend he's a
levels,
fucking.
actually.
He's trying to pretend he's like a jungle guy doing guerrilla war. Fuck you. Go to Africa. You know what, dude? Go to fucking Africa and live in a village for 5 minutes.
Yeah, right.
The mosquitoes alone would eat your scrawny fucking ass
also,
for breakfast.
I mean,
Yeah, the spoiled
aren't
brat.
there-
One mosquito.
Aren't there countries in Africa that like want to kill gay people?
oh, he would
anyway?
be so fucking dead.
he was.
Right?
Instantly.
Hey, he's
You know
not
why?
gay. He's same gender loving. Gay is a white thing.
They
y'all.
eat the
Come
poo-poo.
on.
They eat the poo-poo
Yeah.
like ice cream.
He did the poo-poo.
Is that your African accent? That's horrible.
Yeah, they eat the poo-poo.
Horrible. Try again.
Try again. You fail.
We got that from some video. There was some video of a guy that was saying it like that. I don't know what country he was from.
He was from some African continent. It's a big fucking continent. There's different dialects, and one of them sounds like "eat the poo-poo."
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them sounds like that. I don't give a fuck.
The only other one that I have is based on fucking Die Antwoord.
Do it.
Oh,
Zeph,
I love
dude.
Diane. Sorry.
I went from so hot to so fucking hot. It's like fucking almost Australian, but it's this weird. I don't know what the
South African?
That's South African.
Yeah.
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 Things because I feel like these two things connect. You know, it is really, a lot of people see it as the church being exposed, that the black church being exposed. But, you know, as African internationalists, we view this from a revolutionary standpoint, from a
How are you an African internationalist when you don't even live in Africa, bitch?
Get over there. Get over there.
You love Africa so much, get the fuck
Ghazi.
over to Africa then, bitch. I mean, like, goddamn, you fucking African internationalist?
This motherfucker wouldn't last a day
You
on
know
a posh
shit
ass
about
fucking tour of Africa, much less living there. He'd check out on a fucking sightseeing safari tour. He'd be like, child, nope, I can't do this. It's way too fucking hot here. I got to get back to L.A. I need a mild climate, girl.
understanding
Fuck
the
you.
class question, which means we understand that the middle class and quote-unquote high class petty bourgeois Negroes will always sell out the interest of the masses of poor and working class African people.
You're
that they
the
will
bourgeois, dude. You're the bourgeois. What do you think you are? Some pissant? Look at you. You've got diamonds in your ears, you fucking retard. You know what, dude? I hate fake ass crazy people more than I hate real ones. If this guy was actually like shooting up banks, I wouldn't support it. But I'd be like, at least here's a guy that fucking speaks what he means.
But no. Instead,
Fucking
just a whiny little faggot.
mall rat revolutionary. What a faggot.
Winston got all of his shit at the Uhuru store at the
He's
mall.
he's an empty-headed idiot. He just says a bunch of fucking buzzwords he's heard, like revolution.
Yeah, look at my Cartier frames, though. Revolutionary Cartier frames.
Oh no.
though.
He needs reparations, Paul. He needs.
yes.
Paul, you better pay him his reparations, Paul. Get on it.
Pay
Get
up.
on it, Paul.
I don't even need these glasses.
always sell us out, that they will always continue to grapple and hold on to opportunism and to individualism and sell us up the highest river and put the biggest bus on top of us, okay? So what we have to understand is this is the petty bourgeoisie being exposed for who they really
What is
Well, I
what?
agree. This
What
segment
is
is
them
the-
being exposed? This what?
Yeah,
what? You
no.
haven't even said anything of substance. What the fuck are you talking about?
I think he's actually narrating our segment because I agree. This is the petty bourgeoisie.
Yeah,
being
is he talking about
exposed for what
him fucking
they are.
self? Look, hey, look at me. I'm a piece of shit. Everybody, see?
Fucking limousine revolutionary. Fuck him. Rich art student kid.
Yeah, is he on a radio show? Like, is it for his school or something?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
who's
dude.
listening to this?
He's got a $600 Yeti mic, and he's a revolutionary. Fuck you.
are, okay? And the petty bourgeoisie cannot be trusted. Look at Kim Burrell, who was causing havoc in the African community, causing divisiveness in the African community. You see, you have these neo-colonial, aka sellout, aka coons, you know, black people.
Hey, isn't that what you are? You're a coon,
Yeah!
right? Okay.
Amazing.
Can you
explain coon to me?
Honestly, I really don't get it. The only time I heard the word was that on my personal Instagram photos, people started commenting coon, fucking nigger coon. And then that's the moment I was like, why are they calling me this? But it just
Coon.
means like black hating, self-hating person.
Yeah, you know.
So you hate black people?
Yes, I hate black. And I hate
Okay.
my body, my black body, apparently.
Yeah, of
All right.
course.
Makes
I
sense.
would,
Get it.
You want to be a white woman, obviously.
That's why you wanted our white
Well,
privilege card.
you know what? Tommy Sotomayor did say white women are the standard of beauty.
I will
So-
tell you this. I grew up in an area where there's a lot of country-ass racism, and coon is a slur that's used just as interchangeable with a lot of other slangs, the N-word and everything else. Like,
But obviously, when
that
black
coon
people
over there.
use it, it means something else.
Yeah, but
It's like sellout. It's almost like Uncle Tom.
Yeah, like you a
Yeah, it's
sellout.
Uncle
Yeah.
Tom, basically.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, cool. All right.
Uncle Tommy Sotomayor.
People who hold these places, hold these high places in our African societies, and use it as a way to confuse the masses of people, to direct our anger towards other and oppressed colonized people, instead of directing our anger, directing our organizing efforts, and directing our, just stress of being oppressed. Stress of being oppressed. Hashtag stressed of being oppressed.
Oh yeah, such a brilliant
Yeah,
hashtag.
dude, you're so oppressed.
You look so stressed.
As you say that with a smile, like with a smile on your face, dude, you're so oppressed.
Yeah, because oppressed people often get hashtags trending on Twitter and shit,
This is so pathetic that this guy who thinks anyone is really buying this act. This is all an attention act. This is all a scheme for people to think he's important and saying something when he's in all actuality saying very little of substance. There's no evidence that anything he says. He's not presenting facts. It's all just fucking rhetoric. This is all 100% pure bullshit.
No, he's a great guy. He's funny.
He's a great guy.
I love him.
A lot of people do believe these things, though. That's what makes it insane to me. That, I know a lot of people, especially at my school, I go to U of T, a lot of the people in the governing council are all, Black Lives Matter activists and stuff like that. So, they really believe this shit. And I don't get it.
Do you think they take it to the same extreme as Ghazi here? Or is he, even extreme among them?
No, they don't. But I've tried. I'm the president of the debate club at my school, and I've tried to have debate events regarding Black issues, and it's been shut down multiple times just because they don't want to talk about it. They don't speak out about it; they just shut it down.
So they refuse to even have the debate. They just think, we're not debating this.
What a fucking bastion of free speech that university must be at this point.
And it's funny because I said I was going to be the other side of the debate. I'm not going to let someone else be in that position. And the person that was in charge of it said, it speaks on my character to do that. And it's embarrassing for me to do that. I was like, oh, okay, you're going to shut this down. Okay.
I think it speaks well of your character, honestly. That you're willing to fucking challenge the status quo and fucking actually champion an unpopular opinion that goes against the fucking norms and shit.
TJ, you've described Black culture as victim culture.
That's true.
It is victim culture.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think 100% agree with that. Everyone's so obsessed with being oppressed and being a victim. And now I felt like the Black community, I don't think it was as much before, but just recently they're kind of, wanting to be the victims, just so they can blame someone for what's going on in their lives, for how poor they are.
It's because...
I just feel like they're looking for someone to blame.
It's just because victimization is currency in this culture. Even powerful groups like Christianity are we're victims, we're oppressed.
How do you think Black culture went from this kind of vibrant, self-made thing? Because at one point it really was that.
Yeah.
How did we get here?
Sorry, what was your question?
Well, Black culture wasn't always this way. It was a very different thing in relatively recent history. And it seems like in modern times, it's even during the times where Black people were genuinely fighting for equal rights. It seemed like the attitude was different. It wasn't victim culture. It was the willingness to be that victim and to stand out there in public and show everybody what being that victim was. It was a strong stand, not a whiny, be offended by every word movement. How did we get from that movement to this movement in a couple of generations?
It's insane. I mean, Black Lives Matter, all their photos are in black and white with their fists in the air because they want to make this some kind of historical movement. And it's no, fuck you. Are you kidding me? You're going to compare yourself to the civil rights movement?
Do you think it's because they look back? You think it's because they look back at those times and they're like, "Wow, those people really had a sense of purpose. If we do the same thing, then we're the same, even though it doesn't make sense in the context of today." Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I'm saying they took women in gender studies and now they have nothing to do with their majors, so this is really all they have left.
I agree.
Towards the real enemy, which is the colonizer, which is the empire, which is white nationalism, which is white power. They should be going into those churches and instead of saying, hate the homosexual spirit and the homosexual spirit gotta go and da-da-da. What about the white power spirit that shot and killed Tamir Rice, 12-year-old, on the playground? Why are we not praying about, why are we not praying to take that spirit away? Why aren't we praying about
Why would you be praying at all? I mean, with your sexuality. If you're a Christian, well, one, Christianity wasn't founded in Africa, so that's your colonizer, oppressor religion putting that on you in your mind. Because I've heard people make that argument as well. So you have, I think you kind of have to own that too. So you have that going on, and you have, even if you are following that, just because that's what you believe, in the Bible it directly condemns you and says you should be stoned and killed. It's clear cut.
I should be stoned, but not killed.
I agree. I want to be stoned.
Well, TJ should be too. So is Paul.
We should all be
The
stoned.
minute you suck Jude Law's dick, we have to kill you, Paul. The minute it happens.
It'll never happen. He would never debase himself.
But what
to
if
put
it
his
did
dick
happen?
in my
All
sewer
right,
of a mouth.
I don't know if Jude Law has a Twitter, but let him know that there is a fat fucking neckbeard who is straight, but is willing to make an exception for that Jude Law dick. See if we can get Jude Law on the Drunken Peasants to get his dick sucked by Paul.
A bro job.
We can't do that on the Drunken Peasants.
We can
do it off camera.
Off camera.
We can do it off camera, and we can all describe what's happening.
Take the.
I haven't
remote
seen Jude Law in a movie for a while, so maybe he's ready for the getting his dick sucked by a fat neck.
Okay,
I don't think so.
His career's gone downhill that much.
Maybe he's at that point in his career. You don't know.
Unless he's hooked on crack, he ain't doing it.
You
TJ.
guys don't know. Maybe he just wants to do it to do it. Maybe Jude Law's a stand-up guy, wants
Maybe
to help
he just
out a
sees
fucking
Paul.
podcast.
He sees
you know?
Paul, and he's like, you know what? I want. I want it.
Oh shit.
Maybe he wants you, Paul.
Paul gets the honors. Paul gets the greens.
No problem.
Oh shit. Well, thank you. What a
I got
nice
a torch for you too, dude.
Oh, thank you, dude. What a nice welcome home. It's nice and clean,
Is
too.
this that bud that came with the that I gave you, Ben?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yep. I didn't use it all, but I used most of it.
Ooh, a fat fucking rip. An ultra fat rip.
Yeah.
Damn, Paul.
Suck that big white chamber.
Yeah, I gotta sit back and see.
Paul sucked that like it was Jude Law dick, y'all.
Good.
Oh, damn. All right. I know I'm gonna cough.
You're gonna cough, you?
God damn. Instantly high. Do you partake in the marijuana, Josephine? Did we lose Josephine?
I think she might be frozen or something right now.
Oh no, dude. Vader, the power of Vader was too much. Look. Oh wait, she moved again. We might just be having an infamous Skype lag moment. Oh, there she is.
Dude, Canadian internet is dog shit, dude.
Well, it's just Skype is dog shit. Let's be honest. No, it's okay. It's not your fault.
No, they actually throttle you. The internet in Canada is like throttled, and you have to pay for usage.
I'm telling you though, you guys, I used to have this shit happen to me, and I was in Texas with Time Warner getting 300 up or 20 up and 300 down. So it's just.
I'd rather blame Canadian internet. Thank you very much, Paul.
Okay, fair enough.
Fuck
Yeah,
you, Canadian internet. You're
Their
garbage.
infrastructure sucks, but Trudeau's beautiful face is going to fix it all.
All right, cool.
Yeah, at least we don't have Trump, so it's okay.
Didn't Trudeau have a boxing match with a political opponent?
I think he said he wants to box Vladimir Putin too.
He's an idiot. Trudeau is. I can't. Did you hear what happened in Quebec the other day?
No. No one did.
I don't. That was the most broad. He was having some conference there, and a lady, and he promised to only speak French in Quebec. And a lady asked him a question in English, saying there's not enough English mental health institutions around, and he replied in French.
Well, retard.
So then she's just like, what was the point? But yeah, he's an
What was
idiot.
that one quote?
God, what a fucking moron,
Just
dude.
because they're terrorists doesn't mean they're wrong or something? Or what was that?
I don't know, but I agree with that. Though.
There's a quote from Trudeau that
there's
got
definitely
floated
been good
around as a
terrorists in
meme
history.
for a while.
I don't know.
Just because they're terrorists, it doesn't mean they're wrong.
It was something like that. That might not be it, but it was something to that effect.
Luke Skywalker was a terrorist.
He wasn't a real person.
I'm just saying,
story.
He wasn't a terrorist.
All I'm saying is that if you're fighting an actually oppressive government,
like Ghazi,
terrorism.
TJ, Luke Skywalker was fighting for the legitimate government that had
Well-
been taken over by the Empire. You piece of shit. So get fucked.
The Empire was the legitimate government.
No,
at that
they were
time,
not. They were
'cause
never
They took
legit-
over.
No.
TJ, if you would
whatever.
sympathize with that terrorist cause, then you would not call them a terrorist. You would call them a freedom fighter.
All right. Well, they're freedom fighters.
Shit.
Damn,
shit.
TJ.
There's a face we haven't seen for a while.
He's beautiful.
Crispy.
God.
Let your scalp breathe.
Look at that beautiful chocolate potato.
Oh yeah.
It kind of looks like a weird chocolate egg from that fucking.
Looks like a malformed milk dog.
Oh, and also, I want to let everyone know you guys are free to booper the fuck out of Tommy.
Glanderson Booper.
Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper is coming to your chat.
So we're gonna play a video of Tommy's, but we can't.
We can't show it.
Well, I mean, we can, but
we're not gonna show it. So whatever. But you'll hear it. So whatever.
You'll get to hear the audio.
Oh, it's his pool, guys.
Just so you can imagine, Tommy's in front of his pool.
Oh man, what's going on?
I don't know.
It's your boy Tommy Sotomayor. This video is for the one-on-one channel, but I'll probably put it on some other channels.
So if it's for one channel,
I'm doing this
I'll put it
video
on other
because
ones.
I was pressed into doing it after I've had the fifth black woman who's decided that they asked me to do a one-on-one on my show. Came on my show. I have written expression from them saying, yeah, I want to do a one-on-one on your show. So
yeah, I mean,
because I know this is from a
okay,
song.
well, don't worry about it, Paul. It's okay.
If he got away with it, we can get away with it.
All right, fair
I already
enough.
had it written down, so that's why none of the videos have ever been taken down, because you have to agree that you're going to come on my show before you come on my show. A lot of times these women will
Do I have to agree to come on your ass before I come on your ass? I think so. I want to know.
come on my show and they will underperform. In the process of underperforming, which I don't really know what that is. I mean, we're doing a one-on-one and you're just talking about a subject.
Tommy, your whole life has been underperforming, so you do know.
Yeah. Ask any woman you've ever had sex with what underperformance is.
Yeah, ask them.
She'll tell you.
Ask them before you give them the money, or no, after you give them the money, so you get an honest answer.
Do you think Tommy fucks in a championship belt? With a belt over each shoulder?
That'd be awesome.
I bet you would,
his dick is probably hidden behind the
couldn't
belt.
put it past him. I'm the champ.
Subject. Now, if it gets heated or whatever, it is what it is. But you don't ask me to waste 2 hours or an hour of my time and then say, can you take that down? Well, the few women who have had a bad time have asked me to take the video down. And of course, I said, no. Why would you come on my show, underperform, and then tell me, let's pretend that the work you did doesn't matter?
What is he babbling about?
Apparently, women have come on his show and then they didn't like their performance. They asked him to take it down, which, you know, whatever. I can see why.
I can sympathize.
Yeah, I mean, like, Tommy's a piece of shit. But if someone comes on your show and then, tells you afterwards, like, it'd be like, if Josephine was like, after the show, like, guys, I really didn't like that appearance. Take that shit down. We'd be like, fuck you, bitch.
I just have to question. I have to question whether or not it even happened.
Yeah,
probably didn't.
Or
Maybe
work
it did.
like
I
that.
don't know. Who knows?
So,
I think he'd use it anyway.
the last woman who did it was a woman who came on my page who was a sex worker and a cam model. You can tell which one it is.
Your page, or did you come on?
The sex worker and the cam model. I spent my time during my show defending this woman.
Man, I wish I had a joint.
I went at my audience, told them to stop calling her names, told them to respect her. I never said a word out of line to this woman. I was overly nice to this woman.
Yeah, you're known for your over niceness, Tom.
Oh, it's overly nice to this woman. That's why you're making a hateful, spite-filled video to her, because you were such a nice guy, Tommy.
He's overly nice, and he was totally honest.
Dude, what a fucking joke, though.
Two traits I associate with Tom is niceness and honesty.
He's a piece of shit.
You know, it's like you don't fucking say to someone, "Oh, I'm a really nice person," but then I'm gonna make a fucking 20-minute video shitting on you. That doesn't fucking make any sense, Tommy. You liar.
Speaking of, here in a couple minutes, I might have to go to the bathroom. I feel a Sotomayor turtle head peeking out, dude. So
You're so gay. You're so gay, Paul.
I gotta take
To
a
the
fat
point of where
Sotomayor.
she even asked me.
You know that you just want a Sotomayor turtle head entering that asshole.
Well, one's
really
gonna be coming out either way.
Faggot. You will fucking
You know what?
faggot, Paul.
I'll make fun of Paul, but not even I will imply he wants to have sex with Tommy Sotomayor.
Oh, he wants that Tommy dick up his asshole.
Never.
No, Paul's
He
got
wants
higher
that
standards.
big fat
To go to
Tommy
her
dick up
YouTube
his
page
ass.
and
Look, I'll buy
upload the
you
video
doing it, TJ,
on the her
but
channel.
Paul doing
that
it.
dick.
So I downloaded it on my end and uploaded it on her end.
Look in Paul's eyes and tell me he don't want that dick, Scotty.
Let me look at you, Paul. Oh, damn, dude, he does.
I told you.
Oh, shit, dude.
He wants the D.
Just because she asked. Now, this woman who came on the show, who I had to
Tommy, would you stop playing this goofy fucking music in the background of your videos?
Yeah, I mean,
please?
you're standing in front of a fucking golf course. You think they're playing that?
There ain't
music
nothing.
there?
There's nothing about you that evokes this like.
Yeah, dude, he's trying to lend his videos. He's trying to lend his videos the vibe of a Dr. Dre video.
Dude, I always wish
and it's just not working.
He's standing in front of a pool in front of a golf course.
Would it not be funny to fucking see like a video where someone's like in the background and they realize what Tommy's doing, they just back up and leave?
If you want to if you want some fucking audio accompaniment to your videos, you just be like,
yeah. You're not Tommy. You're not Dr. Dre. Like, I know that people can't see it, but you're standing. You're standing in front of a rented swimming pool in your pajamas. Let's be real about where you're at, Tommy.
Be real, Tommy.
Defend from people calling her a man, people calling her a ditch, and I still defended this woman. This woman woke up this morning and told me to take that video down.
Take that video
This woman
down,
told
Tommy.
me that I tried to make her look stupid.
Tried
You
to
can
make me
go
look
and watch the
stupid,
video
Tommy.
and realize I didn't do anything to make this woman look bad or stupid. She said that my whole goal is to make black folks look bad. It's the same
Your whole
woman who
goal
told
make
people
black
she was a
folk
fan
look
of mine
bad,
because she
Tommy.
respects me, she likes my work, and
I have a narrative for this that I think fits it better.
Go ahead.
She said she's a sex worker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened is that Tommy met her on a sex site in furtherance of jerking off. Got her to come on his show. Probably made advances to her that she didn't like. She probably threatened to go to the public with him if he didn't take down the video that he made. So he did it, and this is his cover for that.
I now accept that as canon.
she knows the kind of women that I talk about. So that being said, she then turns around and says, all right,
Why'd
I'm
she
sorry I
turn
went
around
off on
before
you.
She said it.
But can you please take it down? I said, no, I'm not taking it down. That's my work, but you can come back on and do a second show if you'd like. She gets mad and goes off and writes and writes and writes, and I just started ignoring her.
Yeah.
After ignoring her for a few
Know
hours,
that bitch.
she then apologizes and says she's really sorry. She likes me. She's never met a man like me. I'm really...
She's never met a man like you?
Okay, this is where the fiction starts coming in. Because the minute it's like, Tommy, you were brilliant, you're so intelligent, never met another man like you. Like, no one is saying this about Tommy. Come on.
I've never met another mediocre piece of shit like you before, Tommy.
See, that's why I developed that. This is his fantasy about what happened. What really happened is she probably got creeped the fuck out when he was like, girl, you want to come down here and straddle my fucking dick? You want to come down here in front of my rented pool to Arizona and straddle my fucking cock, girl? I'll fly you in, girl. Bring that big thick ass over here, girl. And she was like, ew, no. And this is his narrative of how it went down. She never thought you were one of the best men she'd ever met. You're a middle-aged man, a bald fuck in a rented mansion, and everybody knows it.
You want to know we know that? Because he wouldn't be making this video because he would be like with her right now if she thought that was a real opinion, was he was the greatest guy in the fucking world.
You know what?
Then why would she be with him?
You're just a panhandler that figured out that you can hit up more suckers a day on the internet. That's all you are, Tommy.
Nice, and she could really use a man like me in her life because men have done her bad. I still didn't respond, but I looked and read it. So it tells you that the person read it. She then says, why are you ignoring me? Fuck you then. I don't ever want to talk to you. 2 hours later, she's right back. Are you serious you're not going to talk to me? We could be good together.
Tommy, even if every word you're saying is true, who gives a shit about your personal fucking drama with some bitch?
No, this is internet-worthy news.
Don't nobody give a fuck. Certainly not me. Really, I don't care. Why would I care about this? Who gives a fuck? Who on earth but you and this dumb bitch gives a shit, Tommy?
This is like half of Tommy's videos is like personal beef with somebody you don't even know. He has to explain, like, this is why they're wrong. It's like, Tommy, did you just run out of people in your real life to talk about this with? So it's like, now I gotta tell my audience.
Why don't you tell me about your latest conflict with your fucking mailman or some shit?
All I know is I hope he plays This Is How We Do It, that 90s hip-hop R&B mix next.
In one of his videos?
No, just next. I hope it's next on the playlist. nationalist.
I think this is just
this
loops.
is how we do
This
it.
shit just loops.
Jordan.
Yeah, Montel Jordan, dude. I hope we get to hear some of that.
Okay, so I'm looking at this real bullshit of a person having a discussion by themselves. Then the person then goes on to get mad because I had a beautiful woman.
I can tell TJ's getting drunk because he's like, I don't think it's your request, fat ass.
He's turning into total Louisiana TJ.
That's
Shut your fucking ass up,
he didn't have to call you a fat ass, but he did.
I don't want to be. I don't be racist, but there's a time where a man like this used to get dragged down to the bayou. You know what I mean?
Stop it, Paul. Stop
interviewing with me at my house.
It's too much,
Oh, nobody
Paul.
can trust you. And I'm like,
There's gotta be
you just
a
went
line
from you don't like.
somewhere, Paul. Mind your P's and Q's, Paul.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah. This is a fucking family show, bitch.
Are you channeling me? Because now you're ending everything with the person's name. Paul!
Shut up, Scotty.
You're crotchety old
Me,
man.
I'm a coon. I talk bad about black
Take
folks.
a hit from
To-
this vape like
you
a
think I'm-
man, Scotty.
I have a theory, and I want to see if you agree with me.
Okay.
I think the reason why TJ is so drunk and salty right now is because he's mad about the cutting the fat segment tonight.
Of course. Well, he drank.
Thank
That's
you.
when he got up.
Oh, dude, that was
I drank in
obvious.
direct reaction to that, you retard. Of course that's why I'm pissed. What the fuck you talking about?
Ah, damn, you just
wanna
fucking can't
talk
handle
about
it, TJ. You can't handle it, dude.
You want to talk about it, TJ?
I don't want to talk about nothing with you.
You know what I want to talk about?
TJ.
Paul, you know what I want to talk about, dude? I want
What?
to talk about what happened with the fucking goddamn coffee pot, dude. I want to make my fucking case, dude, before the fucking
Well,
judge.
Judge Manny T. McAchee is here.
No, man,
to hear
come on.
the
We got a
case.
guest up in here,
I mean, it's
man.
up
Don't
to
be
you
doing
guys.
this shit.
She would be
All
happy
right,
to
no,
talk.
you know what?
No,
Oh, no,
motherfuckers,
no. Oh, she said it was
Fuck
fine.
no. You already done had your fucking
Our guest.
TJ haircut bullshit
No.
segment. You can say your
no,
coffee shit.
no,
One
TJ,
humiliation
you know what?
per
You know what?
show.
You know what happened? And you know what happened, TJ? You know what happened? I was trying to be nice to you, and I told you on the way here. I said, "Are you going to admit to it?" And you went, yeah. So I said, you know what? Now you get maximum annoyance. Now you get it, TJ. Now you fucking called this. I'm fucking down on yourself, TJ. You fucking did this to yourself.
Afraid of the truth.
You did this to yourself, TJ.
Afraid of the truth. There you go.
I like to present my case.
Let him present
I like to present. I'll allow the defense to go
You know
first.
what? You know what?
Let
I'll
the
fucking
defense make
entertain this shit. I'll entertain this shit.
All right, I'm going to cut your mic while he does it.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
No,
Hold on, no. He
Okay.
gonna say his piece, then I'm gonna say my piece, and then
okay.
we're gonna move on with this shit.
And
I can't wait to hear
with
this.
the stipulation, I am Judge Manny T. McAchee.
You know what? I don't give a fuck what Judge Fat Ass McWho gives a shit says.
How do you
all right?
plead?
Fuck
How
off
do
with
you
that
plead?
shit.
How do you plead?
I plead not guilty
All
to
right,
that shit.
Okay.
Cut his mic. Prosecutor, you may proceed.
I'd like to thank the court for addressing this issue of very short notice. So, Your Honor, I thank you for taking the time to hear
The court has made preparations due to the seriousness of the matter, and I thank the prosecutor for recognizing that.
Thank you.
Please proceed with all haste. We are on a time schedule here. as you know.
I do realize that. Thank you, Your Honor. So today, I observed in our kitchen a coffee pot that was dirty. And I was kind of confused, so I looked inside, and there was actually a portion of the filter system that was removed, and there was just a simple paper filter. There was coffee grinds overflowing everywhere.
Okay.
So I removed them. When I tried to remove them, the filter was flimsy because it'd been so overfilled and soaked with water.
At your house, could the court have access to this said filter? Is it still in your trash
Yes,
can?
it actually is. I still have physical evidence.
Thank you. Good to know. Just noted. Please continue.
That'll be coming. So I noticed it was all over. It was just filling the coffee pot, and I looked in the water reservoir full of coffee grinds.
Okay. So just absolutely full of coffee grinds.
So I tried to ascertain what was going on. So I questioned TJ. I approached him. I said, "Do you know who made coffee last?" And he said, "Yes, I do know who that is. That's me. I made coffee last." Okay. I said, "You're fucking an idiot because I don't know how you could have made coffee so poorly."
Okay. Did he offer anything in his defense?
No, he just said he had made it. He just said,
hold on. You'll have your chance to speak.
He had just
be
said,
silent in this court.
You know, I do want to point out that I did. This sounds similar to the whole pancake incident. I mean, he doesn't know how to make pancakes. He doesn't know how to make coffee.
Thank you. The court will reference that case in the case law. Thank you very much, Ben. I appreciate that.
So, I mean, at this point, I called my buddy Paul in. I said, Paul, get in here and look at this. And he looks at it and he goes...
The court must reference that I am said Buddy Paul. And that this has no bearing, and I am able to completely adjudicate this free of any bias.
Totally objectively.
Or preconceived notion. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So... I showed to you what had happened.
Case law on that, by the way, is Pruitt v. Jacksonville.
Can the judge shut the fuck up?
Sorry. Continue.
So let me ask you a question, Paul. This might be somewhat regular, but you actually are the person in question that needs to be asked this.
Yes.
Did you observe the same thing that I observed in the coffee?
I was asked to come over and look once you had yelled at TJ.
Yes.
And I witnessed a coffee maker filled to the fucking brim with coffee grinds all up in the water tank.
And Paul, would you call yourself a coffee expert? Did you not work at Starbucks?
I worked for Starbucks for 8 years.
So suffice it to say, it's fair to say that when you make a pot of coffee, you know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing.
Thank you.
I also know that it is possible to brew coffee without the brew basket. The brew basket is put in there for convenience, but if you know how to fill the coffee, you can do a cone without the brew basket, which is what Chelsea has been doing and what I've been doing. So the only way that this could have happened, in my knowledge as an 8-year coffee person, is if the person either overfilled or misfilled the filter.
And Paul is recognized as an expert in this field.
Yes.
As someone who worked in this industry for 8 years.
That will be the basis of my testimony, and you can continue, prosecutor.
Thank you. So we do have physical evidence, and we do have TJ's admitted statement, a confession, and he still maintains even now that he is the one that made the coffee.
Yes.
He is guilty of it. Look, the reason this happened is because TJ carelessly and thoughtlessly overfilled it with coffee, and then he overfilled it with water, and it resulted in this fucking monstrous fucking accident that got fucking coffee grinds all over the internal components of the system, all over the counter, all over the floor, and he didn't even have the courtesy to come and try to help and clean it up. He just stayed outside and smoked a cigarette.
As testimony, the court will affirm the statements of the prosecution.
Yeah, as you were party and witness to these events.
Separate from my duties as officer of the court.
All right.
So let me just say my closing statement. We have a confession. We have physical evidence. We have Paul's expert testimony. I think this is a pretty much open and shut case.
Absolutely. Okay. Is there anything further before the court before we move to the defense?
No.
All right. Can we please mute the prosecution mic and bring up the defense mic?
Yeah.
Can you test that for us, please, defense?
Yes.
Now, before we start, you have waived your right to a counsel. You have decided to represent yourself in this matter. Okay.
Your so-called honor.
Yes.
The charges against my client
Sounds
are
like
utter
contempt to me.
erroneous horse shit.
Sounds like contempt of court to me.
Shut up, Ben. No one asked
Please,
for your
please,
opinion.
allow him to proceed.
You're the court stenographer.
In the interest of time,
type this shit up.
I'm willing to let this witness.
Yeah.
Enough rope to himself.
All right,
Please,
listen.
Continue.
Fucking Paul's credibility as a goddamn coffee expert, I will call this shit into question. Because the night his ass came...
Objection!
Objection?
Objection!
Hold on.
Fuck this objection shit. The night Paul's ass came down to this motherfucker...
Hold the testimony.
Bullshit.
The court will
Fuck
hear.
you.
The court will hear what the objection is before an bench approach.
All right.
Go.
Paul has been worked in this industry for 8 years.
This is true.
He has opened.
My expertise in coffee is not in question.
He has
here,
helped
sir.
open
Kangaroo court.
He has helped
Kangaroo
open
court. That flag behind you is the Jolly fucking Roger.
I will have
Fuck you. I do not recognize the authority of this institution. I do not recognize the authority of this fucking
living man defense. TJ no longer says. Now TJ's claim is the kangaroo court.
Hold on, prosecutor. I'm sorry. I have to ask for order.
Free TJ!
I humbly asked the court that that for a recess. Will we consider? Look,
I will consider a 2 or 3 minute recess for everybody to collect themselves. But nothing more than that. We need to, in the interest of time, we need to move forward, and I think Ben will agree with me on that.
Yes.
In fact, not even 2 minutes. Let's just take a drink and let's calm ourselves down. I will hear the rest of this testimony, but sir, I will caution you before we go forward. My expertise as a coffee professional is not at issue here. My partner number at Starbucks is 334403. It's a 6-digit partner number. I was hired in 2000.
All right, listen, your coffee making skills suck dick, because the night you came down here, your motherfucking ass is like, let me make y'all some coffee. And And I'm like, okay, fine, sure, make me some fucking coffee then. And you did. And the next day, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to return Paul's favor. I'm going to make him some fucking coffee. And so I did. And all I did was pull out the filter, put a new filter in with some coffee in it, run that shit. In fact, I filled my filter less. So if I did it wrong, it's because Paul's ass did it wrong before me. There is evidence.
There's no evidence. There is no
court.
evidence.
Fuck everything.
There's no evidence.
You're full of
and what
shit.
Mr.
TJ,
Parky did is not on trial, sir.
Order.
What he did is not on trial, sir.
Order.
Order.
I have one question before I want to hear a final argument. I want to hear a closing statement from and I'm willing to make my ruling.
Your Honor, I do want to point out that TJ also blamed Scotty for the pancakes.
TJ,
he's blaming you.
I have a question for both the prosecution and the defense.
All will attest to my fucking exoneration.
Please, sir. You will be given a chance to give a closing statement.
My closing statement
I have
is
one question for both of you. Scotty,
you fat
when
fucking faggot.
When you found the coffee maker, was it covered in ground
Worst judge
visibly?
ever. Yes.
TJ.
Yes.
When you took the filter out, was it visibly covered and soaked in grounds? Was the reservoir filled to the brim with grounds?
Your mama's pussy was visibly soaked with my jizz, bitch.
That's all I need to know. Your closing statement, sir, and then I will rule.
We need not look.
No,
anything.
sir. You have had your chance. You've had your closing statement. I want to hear from the defense, and then I will rule.
My closing statement?
Yes.
I'm right. You're wrong. I don't recognize the authority of this court. Fuck this shit.
Well,
my haircut was awesome. I don't give a fuck. I was ahead of my time.
Wrong.
Your haircut is not an issue here,
My
sir.
haircut was the greatest of all time.
Your haircut is not an
You know what?
Criminal.
Art is not a
criminal haircut.
Van Gogh didn't sell a single painting, motherfucker.
All right.
You know what? Van Gogh didn't sell a single painting. That haircut was a fucking
I asked for a
masterpiece,
ruling.
unrecognized for the greatness of its
I asked
time.
for a fucking ruling.
The court has heard enough.
That's all I'm saying.
The court has heard enough.
All right, the ruling?
My ruling is as follows. TJ is found guilty of being a stupid fucking oaf.
Is he
that
sentenced
pours
to death?
coffee all over the fucking place and then tries to blame other people for his stupidity.
Yeah.
The sentence will be, in a future episode to be played on this channel, TJ will wear a tutu and dance to classical ballet music.
All right.
Fair enough.
On cam here in the studio.
Well, I have to.
That is your sentence.
I guess I
applaud
have
the
to
court's
recognize
decision.
the authority of the court. You know.
Well, you will do it, sir, because all the authorities do recognize the authority of the court, and you are under the jurisdiction of those authorities.
No.
You're under the DP
that's
court.
my sentence.
The DP court has spoken.
You know what?
I will hear no further testimony.
I'm going to do it, but
I will
not
hear no
because you
further
sentenced me to
testimony.
it.
The court has
All right.
ruled. Thank you and
The court has
goodbye.
ruled.
Just because I want to do it.
It's over, TJ. Quit being sore loser, man.
By the way, apparently Tommy from the Bronx wants to have sex with Josephine. So just letting her know in case she wants to hook up with Tommy from the Bronx. You know.
Here's an introduction. He wants to bang you. There you go.
I do know Tommy from the Bronx has a dick the size of a baseball bat. So
I've seen it.
Paul has seen it.
So I posted a picture to Instagram of myself just hanging out in a car with Sarah today, and I got a lot of familiar comments. Why are you living with a 16-year-old? Okay, who else is genuinely concerned about this? Onision in his late 30s. What? I'm 31. And Sarah's 16. I'm not going to accuse anyone, but I just feel uncomfortable when I see those two together alone, that's all. I don't understand why a 30-something-year-old man has to hang around 16-year-olds. Here's someone bringing up age of consent for some reason. Someone's speculating.
I don't know why they care when Paul's fucking a 13-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, I'm way worse than this.
Yeah, you're way worse than Onision.
No, he's not.
Ashley is here, you know, she's 13.
She's
13.
She's 23, by the way.
No, she's 13.
No, she's 23.
My girlfriend's 24.
No, she's a little younger than me. I'm 36.
She moved in right after she turned 16
Why do you
for
have
a
a
reason.
younger
The people on
girlfriend than
YouTube
me,
comment
Paul?
things like, this is
Well,
kind of
she's
creepy.
not a
Like
kid.
I don't know, Paul. There's a lot of suspicious things.
She's not 16, you know.
Yeah,
He's in his 30s and they're LOL 20 and less. Ew. Greg, get some adult friends already. First off, I'll go ahead and circle all the legal adults in the video that they're commenting on, and there you go.
Well, who's that other person then?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, you want to know?
I thought you were going to circle everyone, and then you just circled two people.
Yeah,
Only Onision can fuck up.
Can I fill you in?
Go ahead.
This chick, okay, so Onision, you know his past. I don't have to
sure.
Young girls and trafficking them across state lines to fuck them in places where it's legal, which is actually against the law. Anyway, this little girl on the side that's not in the circle, she's like 16, and she's living with him, but he's trying to imply, like, why would I be sexual with somebody underage? That's the whole point of this video.
Wait, so he literally
she's like a runaway.
He literally has a 16-year-old runaway living with him.
Yeah, she's like a fan of his.
Yeah,
that
that's
his,
not
her
related
parents,
to him or
her
anything.
parents like kicked her out or some shit or were bad, and he was like, "You can come live with me." And now he's trying to justify why she's part of his weird underage harem.
God, Onision, dude. Fuck, man.
So there's
what
the
fuck
context.
is wrong with this guy?
Okay, then. What? I mean, what?
I mean, if she was like his cousin or something, it'd be like, oh, okay, well that's cool. But it's like,
oh, whoa.
Yo, maybe research
It's
what a
just some
legal adult
random
actually is.
16-year-old.
Regardless, I'd like to put the rumors to sleep because they're grossing me out. And the reason they're grossing me out is because we have a bunch of perverts who have a bunch of perverted ideas going on in their heads who are projecting their
You have taken women that are underage across state lines into states where it is legal to fuck them, and that is a federal offense
under the Mann Act, bitch. M-A-N-N
So shut
Act.
the fuck up. I've never done that. So I do have authority to stand over you and judge what you do with a 16-year-old girl living in your creepy little house of underage chicks.
Yeah, I mean, Onision,
dummy.
The really strange thing when you look at this video is like he's saying that there's no
By the way,
need to criticize
By
him.
the way, did you guys see Onision's tweets about us?
Oh, did he tweet about us?
He did not reference us directly.
I tweeted at him a bunch
But you
of
know
times.
what he said is like, I wish that you could overdose on weed so all these druggies that keep attacking me would just die.
bitch.
Oh, yeah. You want to know a fun fact real quick? He just released today a video where he's breaking up with yet another one of these like young teenage girls because she smoked weed.
Oh,
and
but
it was
Paul,
against the
wait, but Paul,
contract.
it's not fair. It's not fair to say. These people asking questions about him and these girls. It's not fair to say, even though
No.
there's a pattern of behavior.
No one's raising an eyebrow but us.
versions onto my life as if that is how I live. Please understand that if you see someone
That is how you
accusing
live.
me of doing something with a 16-year-old, that is them fantasizing
What about
about
a
it. They're
17-year-old?
creating a fantasy in their head that
What about
something is going
17-year-old,
on that
He's saying that we're projecting on him.
Oh, yeah, no. You know what, dude?
It's actually our fantasy to
Let me
live in
think about
houses
this.
full of 16-year-olds.
Since I've been 18, have I ever finger banged somebody that isn't 18?
Pillow party.
Nope.
I've never fingered someone that was over 18, period, even when I was under 18.
Damn, TJ.
Yeah, I know.
Pedo bear TJ, dude.
I assure you
disgusting
is
freak.
in no way
Fake
going
Sagan
on.
was right.
Firstly, Sarah is Lainey's friend. Lainey is my wife. They have a platonic relationship. Neither of them does anything weird with the other person. There is no relationship or physical contact, etc., beyond what a friendship would dictate. When I say platonic, I mean they don't touch in any way inappropriately
Oh, they do.
ever. I don't even remember.
What kind of weird misdirection is this? Like, no one's accusing your girlfriend of fucking her.
Dude,
they're accusing you of fucking
that's
her.
all. That's all this channel is smoke and fucking mirrors, dude.
Guys, my girlfriend, my wife has never
Nothing's going on
fondled this
between
girl.
them.
Nothing's happened between them.
Does this really?
Because I know that's everyone's concern.
Yeah,
It's interesting how much of an explanation he feels he needs to give.
Dude,
too.
it's not even that. It's just he knows that this is like what the attention is on, and he doesn't give a shit. So he'll just he's gonna make videos about this till the end of time. Because it's like, ooh, this is what I'm associated with, so I don't care. I'll just make my fucking video money. Because that's all he gives a shit about.
Lazy eye.
I shit you not, TJ.
Yeah, what's up?
In the video he released today, he shows a contract that he forced this girl, Billy, to sign in order to be with him.
Dude.
And on that contract, one of the enumerated things that you were not to do is
smoke weed.
No. That was on there too. But no use of manipulative language.
As you're making him sign a contract?
Yep. This guy is so unself-aware, it's crazy.
He makes people
used
sign a contract to be in a relationship with
He
him.
used that as evidence of his. He's like the outspoken realist.
Oh no. Okay, Paul. Time to play the video game.
Remember the last time they hugged or
Fucking
if they've
Paul.
hugged. Now, as far as my relationship to
Cut your
Sarah,
mic
the
next.
same. Sarah and I do not hug. We do not
what?
do anything inappropriate.
Oh, who lacks self-awareness now, Paul?
She is simply a person living with us. And you may ask why she's living with us. Well, this is where.
All right, you know what? I thought there'd be a more opportune time to bring this up.
Oh God.
But you know what? I don't give a fuck about stupid ass fucking faggot Onision. But there's a fucking 4 days ago.
Yeah.
There was a beautiful thread on the subreddit.
Oh, God, dude, don't do
And
this.
it's called No Paul equals great episode.
Awesome. Okay, let's hear this.
Let's hear it, TJ.
The subject is God, that was refreshing. Let me read you the top comment.
Okay.
I agree. I like Paul, but man, TJ was on fire tonight. He finally got to stretch his legs again, it seems. Seems like someone's bringing me down, Paul.
Am I in the way of your legs?
Yes. Here's another one. This was the best episode for me in a long time. TJ ran the show like he used to, and it showed.
Are they talking about this one?
No, not this one.
The one I wasn't on
The one
when I
that
was
Paul
moving.
wasn't on when he was moving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Notice how the commentary this episode was much more intelligent and focused than it is with Paul.
Oh, shit.
Do you want to read the comments from the episode without both you and Paul?
No, I don't.
Can we do that?
Oh,
Hold on.
Can we do
Here's
that?
another one. Here's another one. Since I'm a relatively new fan of DP, I never
Or
understood.
how about the episode where
Shut
there
up.
was
No,
no,
no, no, no,
TJ,
no, no, no.
and it was just me and
No,
Ben?
no. I want to read this. Since I'm a relatively new fan of DP, I never understood why you guys didn't like Paul. Till now.
Oh,
I mean,
fuck.
he's a good, interesting, smart guy, but he does ramble a lot. I only notice how extreme it was now in his absence. You got a lot to prove to these people, Paul.
I don't care.
They don't believe in you, Paul.
I got to be honest with you.
And you know what?
Well, I'll tell you what.
They might not believe in you, but you know who they do believe in, Paul? Me.
I'll tell you what. I know you don't care, and you shouldn't care to a degree, but I don't want to fucking hear about the outspoken realist
Okay, that's
again.
fine. I didn't know that was a rule. I was
It's not really a rule.
now.
I mean,
God, Paul.
It's a
I mean,
rule
you
now.
should know.
I didn't. Nobody fucking pulled me aside and told me that was a rule. I apologize, and you won't ever. I don't want to talk about it. I just was making a fucking
It's
comparison
not really
on the
a
fly.
rule. It's just like I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, no, I
anymore.
don't either. I'm fine with it. I'm cool with the rule. I
All right,
apologize.
you guys
We move forward.
You guys are missing the point. The point is I'm the greatest.
Okay, thank you, TJ.
All right, now let's read. Hold on.
Some fucking real cherry picking, TJ.
Cut that
real
page boy
fucking
haircut again.
cherry picking.
Be the ultra greatest.
Why don't you go back to white guilt, Paul?
Why don't you saddle up my horse? Fuck you.
Why don't you shine my shoes?
Shine my fucking blade before I ride into battle. Beta.
TJ is a beta dude. Oh, damn.
All right,
Oh, yeah. I
so,
love
Oh, we're gonna read some of these comments now.
Absolutely.
This is about without either me or
Let's
Paul.
see.
It's I made this the pinned and I put that I liked it because it was really good.
Great episode. Maybe you guys should just kill off the other two. Fine.
658 upvotes on that, by the way.
Paul, you want to just you want to just jump off a bridge together?
Yeah,
hand in hand.
Thelma and Louise, dude.
Wow, TJ and Paul were so fat that they actually added time to the show.
Let's steal Ben's fast-ass car and drive cross-country and drive off the fucking...
you ain't stealing
Just
shit.
drive into the Grand Canyon. Dude.
We'll be stoned.
We'll hold
yeah,
hands
let's do it.
and
Fuck
shit.
it. Fuck these guys.
Which is greater between TJ's edge and
Salty
Paul's?
Paul. Salty fucking Paul.
Let's do it, TJ.
My edge versus your
People
salt.
will never
Look,
understand,
look
dude.
at this one, TJ.
216
The
upvotes.
Drunken Peasants as it should be. Ben and Scotty.
Sweet.
Whatever.
I'm glad the people...
Whatever.
What about this one? What about this one?
Now time for a TJ and Paul only episode where they criticize Ben and Scotty. Oh, wait, you can't fucking criticize perfection, bitches. Damn.
God, you got fucking burned, TJ.
Damn. Perfection. Whatever.
Just being eviscerated in the... Oh, damn,
Can the next
Paul.
2 months be fat-free? Let's go on a diet.
Fat-free diet.
Oh, here's a old Paul's.
Old Paul better than new Paul.
Wow.
That's true.
There's a question about she-male porn, which has nothing to do with the show.
Oh, well.
Old Paul.
Oh, living in my shadow, TJ.
I killed old Paul last year. He's
All
gone
praise
forever.
Scoopy. See, it just goes to show that Ben and Scotty are pieces of shit who deserve to die.
You know what, TJ? I think the only way that we can respond to this properly for the good of the show is for us to just stop doing the show for about 2 months.
Yeah, we just got to go away.
So, yeah, you guys are...
All right,
you
the
guys carry
Ben
the show.
and Scotty
No
show.
problem.
Yep,
problem.
just-
you,
yep.
you won't be being paid.
That sucks.
Yeah. Gotta do the
me
show,
and-
get paid,
Me and
motherfucker.
fucking Paul are going to go start our own fucking podcast.
Oh, yeah,
Called
sure.
The Fat Fuck Hour with TJ and Paul.
Sizzling bacon.
How
One
about
episode a month.
you know what? You can literally
can get to that,
Yeah,
yeah.
and,
Add some butter to it,
and also
baby.
that would be the random discussion because it would literally be random as fuck.
The random discussion.
We wouldn't even try to play videos.
No.
We just ramble at
We
each
just
other.
eat like fatty foods and smoke weed.
Dude, that would be an awesome show. Come on, let's do it.
Let's try it. Let's see who gets more views.
Yeah. Our podcast versus your guys'
Yeah, you guys
podcast.
do a special episode on a day we're usually off, and then TJ and I will get together. We'll do a special episode.
So I think, Paul, in your
See
performance
who's
review, we'll have to
truly
talk
better.
about when you tried to stage a mutiny on the live show.
A mutiny, sir?
Yep, sounds like one to
I'm
me.
responding to aspersions cast by you, sir.
competition.
I also feel threatened by the volume of your voice, Paul.
Wow.
Yeah.
Take it down a notch.
Well,
Paul. That is a little bit creepy.
Yep.
I'm partially deaf, dude.
Yeah.
I think I'm being really quiet, and I'm not.
Didn't we say that didn't Paul want to tell a story or something?
Oh,
I have a really good story time with Paul tonight for fans of that.
All right.
So,
Josephine, do you want to stay and listen to Paul's boring story, or are you gonna?
I got a pretty good story.
He says it's good,
but it's up to you. You're invited to hang out if you'd like to.
Are we still connected?
I don't think she can hear you.
Check 1 2. Black people. Can you hear us? I don't know. What happened?
I only respond to that. Sorry.
Okay. No. Okay. Then.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi is really horrible.
All right, it's time.
Story time with Paul.
So this is the only story time with Paul that will ever come with a disclaimer, and I just have to do it because I'm a paranoid stoner fuck, okay? Like, I'm not bragging in this story. I don't ever intend to do this shit ever again. I'm not insinuating that people should, and I use it as, if anything, as a cautionary tale, okay? That being said, last year around the holidays, I got a divorce, and I left California driving as fast as I could from Fresno to San Antonio, Texas, which is like a 20-hour drive if you go straight through. It's like one day on the road. Before that, because you can imagine, very an emotional time in my life, no sleep for at least 24 hours before that, maybe more. I'm driving. Now, I'm a California pothead. I've had a medical card for like 5 years, and so for me, having weed on me is no big deal. And when I left, I was like, dude, I got to bring weed. So I packed a bunch, not a ton of weed. I'm not saying I was like trafficking a giant bale of weed, but it was like, it was some weed, some flour, and some edibles, just to hold me over for a few weeks down there because I was only going to stay for, anyway, I packed all that shit. I wasn't even thinking that I was crossing borders with something that was legal in my state, but highly fucking illegal in other states. So I'm driving. I get through LA. I'm in the desert in the middle of nowhere where you can do like 120 miles an hour, just constant, because there's nothing. It's just long, straight, empty road. And I'm just trying to go as fast as I can. So I get all the way to the Texas border. It was about 16 hours into my drive. I'm in the home stretch, kind of, but you can imagine I'm super fatigued at this point. I stop. I get a bunch of Starbucks and I drink it, which was a terrible idea. Because it caused me, I got back on the road, I felt better for a few minutes, and I was like, whoo, reinvigorated, okay. Got into El Paso, and my body shut down. I had like a combination of like caffeine crash and no sleep crash and probably emotional distress breakdown. And I'm on the middle of the freeway, and I feel like my heart fluttering and my vision getting dim, and I'm like, oh, okay. I pull off the freeway on the first exit and pull into the first parking lot, and I just stop. I open my car door, and I just puke a bunch of coffee. There was nothing but coffee. No bile, no nothing. It was just all the coffee that I drank. In about 3 or 4 heaves, I puked coffee everywhere. And then I sat in the car and shook for a while. I was like, because I hadn't eaten anything. I wasn't even thinking. I was just all fucked up and tired, and so I just had a bunch of coffee and no sleep. So finally, I calmed down. I looked up, and it was like God. It said La Quinta Inn. I had just magically pulled into the fucking parking lot of a hotel. And I walk in, and I'm just stumbling there. I probably look like a crackhead, sweating and fucking all gaunt and big bags under my eyes. I'm like, ugh. I slapped a credit card and my ID down, and the guy's like, all right, and just gives me a key. I go in there, and I'm just like, ugh. I fall face down on the bed, and I sleep for 6 hours, and it's immediate. Like, I don't remember any of it, but I woke up. I was okay. I'm in El Paso, so I think I'm on the home stretch. I have no concept in my mind of the size of Texas. El Paso and San Antonio, that's like another 9 hours on the road. But I thought, like, yeah, I'll just get this done. Also, there's something of note about El Paso. It's really close to the Mexican border, and there's a lot of drug trafficking that goes on in El Paso. I leave the La Quinta Inn and check out at about like 11 p.m., maybe midnight, to finish the drive. And driving along, and all of a sudden I see flashing lights up ahead, and it's like, oh, the freeway is moving off onto like, oh, it's one of those way stations or something. And then I see a sign, and I read it real quick. Now, it bears mentioning that at this point, I'm a little bit high. Because, of course, before I left the La Quinta, I had an edible. I'd been on the road for 30 or 45 minutes, whatever. It was kicking in.
Yeah.
I read the sign, and it says, mandatory border patrol checkpoint. All vehicles must stop and consent to search. And I was like, okay, what? As I saw that, and people are going to call bullshit on this, but people that have driven through here will back me.
Yeah, this does happen.
Yeah.
As I saw that, the first thing I see is dudes with guns. And I'm not talking about like cops with like little handguns. These dudes have like big assault rifles. And they're walking with them like they do in fucking Mogadishu and shit. They're just walking up and down, looking, dressed in fatigues. These were government like agents that were operating a drug sting checkpoint near the Mexican border. So it dawns on, and the next thing I see is dogs, big German shepherds, sniffing up and down the sides of semis. And then it dawns on me that I've got weed for like 2 weeks in the bag on the back seat of my fucking little car.
And what else?
That was it. I mean, like, implements to smoke the weed. I had nothing else illicit, but I had enough weed to put me away for a long time in Texas.
Yeah.
Which is not much weed, but it was, like, you know me, I smoke a lot of fucking weed, and I was bringing it to share with Ashley, too. I didn't even think. This dawns on me as I'm pulling up, and this guy's waving me in. Come on in. So I pull in. He walks right up to my fucking window, stereotypical fucking military-looking dude. Gives me the roll down your window. I roll it down, and he goes, "What's your purposes of visiting Texas today, sir?" And I said, "I'm visiting family for the holidays, or some friends." I didn't stumble like that. I actually said I said friends. Said, "I'm visiting some friends for the holidays, sir." And he said, "All right, where are you coming from?" I said, "Fresno, California." "Where are you going to in Texas, sir?" "San Antonio, Texas, sir, that area." He said, "All right. You have anything in the car, sir? Any illicit substances? Any marijuana? Any heroin? Any cocaine? Anything? Any weapons? Anything I should know about, sir?" And I looked him straight in the eye, and I shit you not, I said, "No, sir, I do not." He said, "Do I need to bring one of my dogs over here to verify what you've just told me, sir?" And I said, once again, "No, sir, you do not." And he looked at me for what felt like a fucking eternity. And then he said, "All right, go on ahead, pull through, and enjoy your stay in Texas." Started waving another truck through, and I was like, and I did the motherfucking speed limit all the way to San Antonio.
I don't blame you at that point.
I was so shit scared, but it doesn't stop there.
Oh, no?
I can continue going if you'd like, or we can break this into a two-parter, because I've got another one.
Sure. I mean, like, it's good to do this segment again, because
You want me to keep going then?
No.
Or you want to break it up again?
We can continue on the next episode.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And you know what, Paul? One of these days, I'd like for you now, because I've heard you in older videos tell the story about when you went camping with your friend and you had some kind of supernatural experience.
Sure. I'll tell that story. I thought I'd told that story on here before.
Did he?
In an earlier episode where I was just a guest.
I don't think you did.
We watched that on the episode that Scotty and I did.
Yeah, I'll retell it.
Man, that's...
Even if you told it before or whatever.
I've got a couple other ones. We can do a resurgence of story time with Paul for a few weeks to celebrate me being back.
There you go.
If the people like it. If this story sucked, then whatever.
Well, they're saying to keep going, so no, fuck you people. You're gonna see the continuation on Friday. And thank you for
is Copper
Josephine
Cab on
for
Friday?
being,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
He is.
What day's the inauguration too?
20th.
Friday.
Friday. So are we gonna do Are we going to cover the inauguration?
I want to.
Okay, well then we're going to have to do a show later with Copper Cab. Then
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I mean, I'll come and do it. I
want to come do it. I'll
He can be.
I'll do 2
he can be a
shows.
correspondent on the fucking inauguration.
I mean, but that's.
I don't give a
I mean,
shit.
the inauguration's early though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
sure.
early. Like we'd have
Well,
to
we'll
be
do
here
that
at like
early,
8.
and then whatever. We'll make it happen. All right. So thanks to Josephine for coming on.
Thank you,
Yes,
Josephine,
thank you.
for putting up with our insanity.
Yeah,
and-
sorry about how crazy.
Oh,
and
she
stupid
might
we
not
are.
be able to hear us anymore.
Can she?
Thank
She's
you for
frozen.
having me.
Oh, there she can.
Cool.
You guys
Yeah.
are amazing. It's crazy.
Thank you.
Go check out Josephine. Her stuff's in
All
the
right,
description.
thank you guys.
Yeah, down below.
Subscribe to Josephine's
Bye.
channel. You
Watch
pieces
her.
of shit.
Bye,
She's
Josephine.
great. She's
And-
awesome. Love her videos.
Everybody else,
And give us a thumbs up.
give us a thumbs up.
And
Good
come
night,
to see us in
everybody.
Albuquerque, for fuck's sake. We're doing an Albuquerque meetup. Come see us. What's your problem?
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
Oh yeah, you know what? Maybe we should do that.
You want to talk about it real quick?
Yeah, I
May
guess
as
so.
well.
Sure thing.
Fucking pieces of shit.
All right, so let's see.
Pull it on up. I don't know.
Here it is.
There we go.
Okay, 125. It's gone up a lot.
But I want to know why anyone's not coming. What is your reason?
They're busy.
Unless you have no fucking... If you have any potential possible way to be there, you should be. I want to see 20,000 people show up to this fucking thing.
Wow, dude.
I want to see the DP army assemble for the first time.
Wow, dude.
I want us to be a force to be
An
reckoned
ocean
with.
of neckbeards. dude.
Yes.
It says in the details.
We could
Sweaty
conquer
sea.
Albuquerque. We could take that shit over. That could be ours.
It says in the details we're still looking into possible locations, so we need to change.
Oh yeah. Well,
Oh, yeah.
if you're logged in and you look at this, it shows where the location is.
cool.
But yeah, I haven't updated that. But yeah, it tells you the address of the location.
Okay, good.
And everything.
Cool.
Yeah,
beans.
it's all decided. So everyone, please
Sign up. Go to the Facebook
come to our
page.
fucking meetup.
Let
in
us know you're
Albuquerque.
coming.
January 31st. We'll all be there. We'll
We're gonna
sign
get drunk.
shit for you. We'll take pictures with you. We'll do
Yeah.
whatever you want.
We'll put our sweaty
Especially
arms
TJ.
around your sweaty backs, and we'll.
Well, it's gonna be cold there, Paul. So you might not be sweating too much.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hope it's really cold.
It's gonna be pretty cold.
Good.
Cold as
Awesome.
So I
No
mean,
sweaty.
Ice. Dude, yeah, the New Orleans one, damn, Paul.
I was sweaty.
Dude, I felt like I remember I put my hand on you, like pat you on the back, and like
Slop.
Yeah,
You're like,
I was like,
Yeah, I won't be doing that.
Some dude said, my mom won't let me drive alone from El Paso to Albuquerque.
Oh my God! Steal the
El
car.
Paso is not that far.
Steal
from
that
Albuquerque.
Haven't you ever
car,
seen like
bitch.
Detroit Rock City or any of those other
Take
movies?
a Greyhound or something.
Yeah,
No, just steal the car.
Just take a Greyhound
almost
for
famous.
5
Like
hours.
scam your way into a fucking bus.
Okay, Joseph Martelli did it. You can do it,
Yeah,
right?
Most
Yeah.
Jartelli here.
Mosif
Going to Albuquerque.
And he didn't even get to stay at the
Losers.
meetup because people chased him away. You actually would get to hang out.
Yeah, you get to chill and take a picture with us.
Yeah, take a Greyhound.
And we'll do a live story time with Paul as well.
It's 18 plus.
And a Q&A with everybody and like a little panel where we talk shit.
And karaoke. And Paul, I think Paul might do some.
I'm gonna do some fucking
Old school 90s
some
rap?
90s Manatee covers live.
And we're going to film it. So I mean, there's a good chance you'll be in it if you're there.
Yeah, dude.
So-
18 plus.
We're gonna film it and
Show
release
up.
it to people so you could be in a fucking Drunken Peasants thing, dude.
And no, stop saying come to this place, come to that place. We decide where we go.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
This is where we're going
You come
now.
where we're gonna be. We're gonna be there. You come
Yep.
there and you get
We
to chill
lead,
with us. I mean,
you
what's the fucking
follow.
point?
That's how it works.
And there's
faggots.
like hotels right in the area too, by the way, that
Lots
we
of
looked
them.
up.
Yeah.
Lots of them.
Tons of hotels. Come on down.
Right in the area.
Visit the Drunken Peasants.
Yeah.
It's going to be beautiful.
All right. Good night.
Good night, everybody.